Hi everybody, WaxFraud here, and welcome to the 5,000 day hardcore video. Not only are we hitting the 5,000 day milestone, but we are doing a world download today for this entire hardcore world, and that's going to be available for all YouTube members, Twitch subscribers, and Patreon supporters. The link for the world download is going to be in the Discord, and the link for the Discord is going to be down below. It's also just discord.gg/waxfraud. Technically, we're at day 4,999, so we have one more day until the milestone. And I'm going to spend that whole day showing you guys what we built in the last 1,000 days. We'll work our way backwards since we're already here for episode 15's build. We have all of the new cows, all of the new pigs, and we have the new chickens that are chilling back here as well. We got yellow chickens and we got blue chickens. This is just absolutely nuts. I mentioned in the last episode, these blue chickens are probably my new favorite mob. Other than the turtle, I do still love the turtle. This was the very first build, this was the very first build that we have away from our home base. If we fly all the way back, we can fly over the library and straight into the Mason Trading Hall. I'm gonna get another view from the backside. This thing is enormous. We have 66 villagers in here to trade with. I'm gonna do the proper thing and go through the front door in order to show you guys. Bada bing and bada boom. Here's our first trading room right here. Spent a lot of time on the Twitch streams getting all of this built, so thank you for watching on twitch.tv/waxfraud. I appreciate you guys. Oh, by the way, the continuity mod for 1.21.5 is out again. Let's go. The connected glass unfortunately wasn't really working for the entirety of episode 15, but we got it working. And just in time for this 5,000 day video, this building is probably my new favorite build in this world. And again, thank you guys for the support, and thank you so much for watching. Now we can step away from episode 14 and reminisce on episode 13 when we go... Is it going to render in? There it is. We have the giant resin farm. We have a front door down there that we can use, or we can just use the more unconventional route. Let's get to the top and fly in through here. We have a giant floor that needs to be appreciated. This thing we built over a long play recently, and thank you guys for watching that too. Gotta head down to show you guys what's inside. This is really what the good part is. We have an entrance room right here, and we have an exit room on the other side that's identical. It's all symmetrical here. This is where the creakings start to spawn. I have about 32 creakings that spawn in here to get us unlimited resin. We have enough to probably build a big old castle now. We have a bunch more resin bricks that have been made as well. Whoa, they're starting to spawn. Okay, well, now I get to show you guys, I guess, what the farm is like. We have boom, we got boom, give me the clumps, we need some clumpage. These guys rock. I loved this update. And you know what's crazy? This isn't even the newest update anymore. We have a brand new update with all the new blocks. Just gonna get some clumpage lined up for the furnace. There we go, all good. Then I'm gonna hop down. We need to head back to the storage room because I was just saying, we have all those new blocks. I never put them in the storage. They need to go to their rightful place under the starter house. Let's drop down into the axolotl pond and into the area where we store all of our foliage. Now this part's going to be fun. We have the bush, firefly bush, we have leaf litter, wildflowers, short dry grass, tall dry grass, and the cactus flower. We have so many new plants. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to plant these right here. We have tall dry grass. It's just going to go next to the grass, and the short dry grass can go right under it. Under the cactus storage, of course, we're just going to put the cactus flowers in here. It only makes sense to do it this way, and the wildflowers we could put next to the pink petals. Since the pink petals and the wildflowers go on the ground together, I think the leaf litter right under them, that makes sense. Now we need to go back this way because we have two more bushes, and I think the regular bush right next to the firefly bush, this also makes sense. This is awesome. I love bringing all the new plants into our storage. It just makes this place feel more homey. With every update, this world is going to look more and more interesting. And I've been mentioning this last update that just came out might be my favorite with all the new mobs and all the new plants. We as Minecrafters have just been getting absolutely spoiled. Now it's time to enjoy the last few builds. Hi everybody, WaxFraud here, and welcome to episode 13 of the Hardcore Minecraft Let's Play series. Today, as you can tell from the title, we are making a brand new resin farm. It's time to expand this thing right here. We need a lot more resin. But a few things to do first. I want to show you guys what we did in the last episode and a couple other things that we need to get done. We have finally managed to landscape this entire mountain. We brought it down about maybe 10 levels, and we have enough room for the melon and pumpkin farm and whatever's going to go over in this area. Behind the turtle sanctuary, thank you for watching the long play. If you did, we built a giant bridge that's leading from the back, so now we have a way to, to actually just walk up into there instead of fly. But this turtle sanctuary is enormous. Thank you guys for watching the last episode if you did. You can also arrive by boat down there, but I want to show you guys real fast what the turtles have been doing on the inside. Trying to use as many 1.21.4 blocks as I can. We have the resin with the acacia to lightning rod to end rod action over here, and the pale oak blocks. I just love the way all of these look, and so do the turtles. What's going on, guys? How are you doing? This is the interior of the turtle sanctuary. This was actually not built in the last episode. This was built over a couple YouTube streams, and thank you guys for showing up to those if you did. Also, shout out all of the new YouTube members that have joined the channel recently. You guys rock. Thank you so much. The upstairs area is actually just for some storage if I ever need it, but these turtles, they are just gathering around the giant turtle tunnel that actually leads down here, right over to the lake. If I swim out of the tunnel over this way, you can see all the turtles are enjoying themselves out here. Some of them have beached themselves all the way up there. To give a little bit more scale here, we can swim back. I mean, the turtles actually climbed all the way up there. Also, I'm super excited to show you guys, we recently started building a new coral reef right at the bottom. Right down here, we can jump down. Boom. We have a bunch of fish actually now, too. I thought it would be cool if this actually served as a source for the giant lake as well. We have water spouts coming out of the walls. And we have more turtles chilling on the lily pads over here. What's going on? Right here might be my favorite water spout, though, because we have a small waterfall that leads into a small river that goes right into the lake. But as usual, this thing took forever to build, and thank you guys for being here while we built it. Well, there are phantoms coming after me now. You know what we should do? Hold on, let's go down here. These guys right here, these creakings, these are going to be the guys that we... Ow, the phantoms! These are going to be the guys that we are... Ow, the creaking! These guys are absolutely insane, and this right here is the resin that I want. My new favorite thing about Minecraft is how the creaking will just chase you like this. It's amazing. It's absolutely hilarious, and I just can't believe these guys are in the game. This new resin is super cool as well. I love this stuff. And that is why we are making a farm today. So actually, here's a couple things that we need to do. I'm going to fly away real fast. Actually, you know what I should do is get some more rockets. And I need to bring some leads with me as well. When I was crossing in between the WaxFraud castle and the new turtle sanctuary over here, I noticed that the sniffers, they're actually gone. If I go down over the campsites here, where did these guys go? Who knows? Probably an enderman placed a block here and they escaped. It's the only logical explanation. There was a moss block here that was not here before, so now we have sniffers that I saw all the way up on this mountain. Here is escapee number 1. What are you doing? And here's actually another moss block. Dude, these endermen are all over the place. Thank you for the torch flower seed, but we got Sniffy right here. Come on, bud. You're coming with me, bud. Come on this way. And our other escapee is over there on the side of the mountain, hopefully not over the cave, because that would be a little difficult. Alright, Sniffy, get on the pumpkin, get over here. Alright, we gotta get Sniffy up in here. Dude, you gotta get out of the way. You're so big I can't even see the fence I'm trying to break. These sniffers almost blend in with the environment. I didn't even notice this guy was on the side of the mountain up here. Just kinda hiding in the landscape all the way in the back. Alright, Hot Dog, you're coming with me, come on. These sniffers are so large, I can't get them through anything here. Got the last fence right here. Boom, Hot Dog and Sniffy are back in their home. This temporary torchflower seed farm has actually been doing pretty good work so far. Pretty soon we'll be getting a brand new farm for these guys out in the wide open space. There's plenty of room back here behind WaxFraud on this mountain and on this other mountain over here and in between on these valleys. Endless possibilities on the outskirts of the villages that we've been making. And before I forget, I'm going to fly under the turtle sanctuary real quick because it's cool. But before I forget, I'm going to go down here. We had a donkey that needed to be named, and you guys named him in the last episode. My favorite comment was Duncan the donkey. Duncan's pretty chill. Everybody meet Duncan. Duncan meet everybody. Next thing on the to-do list, I want to go down to the storage room real fast. I'm thinking I've been having the same set of armor for way too long now. I really do like these armor trims. I'm using the coast armor trim, and I'm also using the rib armor trim on my boots. But, you know, the redstone, it looks good, but I kind of want to change it to the resin and leave this current one on a shelf. Gonna start smelting some of that right now on my way to WaxFraud just to get a little bit of gunpowder. I think it's time we head back to the nether to get a little bit more ancient debris. Now with a little bit under a stack and a half made and all of the extra TNT right here, we should have plenty to get some ancient debris. Let's fly to the nether portal tree. I believe I have a couple of fire res potions chilling right... Oh my god, is there villagers stuck in with the cow? Clark, what are you doing with the cartographer? And Starsky is all the way over here by the nether portal tree now. What is going on? Why is everybody getting stuck over here? Let's put the hot boots on, grab a couple of fire potions, and we should be good to go. I'm gonna put on my netherite chest plate as I go through. Well, I'm lucky that I have a spot that I know is pretty good. I've used it already. Actually, let's put the elytra back on to fly over. Gotta kill this ghast real quick. Get out of here. Give me your tears. Anyways, I have the old spot that I have down here that I can go back to. This delivered a lot of ancient debris. This cavern is enormous. Actually, sometimes there are ghast that spawn down here, so I'm gonna get out of this area and just go down the hallway. We have absolutely destroyed the nether down here in the search for ancient debris, and we have quite a bit back home, but you know, it's always fun to go get more. Now we dig our 2x1. Then we lay down some TNT all the way back to where we started. Of course, I forgot a flint and steel, so you know what, let's just evaporate the water real fast. See you later. Let's see if I can grab a bucket of lava from here. Run back over real quick. I actually have a perfect little netherrack block right here to use, and boom, and I will step back until that thing catches on fire. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh no, it's actually moving. It's coming closer to... Okay, I gotta get out of here. Ow, how did that happen? It started from the other side. Oh my god, that was out! Well, there's an ancient debris right there. That was the most... That was so... I am so glad that I was not in that tunnel. No way. I guess some lava exploded it from the other side? That's just nuts. Absolutely nuts. I want to see if I can just do that, and then get this silk pick right here. And of course it went the wrong way, so now I need to climb into the lava to grab it. Get over here, buddy, and I don't even have room. There we go. Let's get out of this mess here. There is way too much lava. I am just still in shock that that happened. I can't believe that I could have died. Gotta be careful in the nether. Gotta be careful with TNT. Looks like we got a little lucky with a couple extra here at the end as well. Ooh, and one over there that I would have missed. Now let's make our way back home. I would like to get a new set of netherite armor so we can get some new resin armor trim. That was just so dangerous. I can't believe that. I think this should do right here. A couple stacks. Let's go ahead and get some of that smelted. And while that's smelting there, I'm going to take the mace real quick. I have actually never even attempted to enchant this mace, so let's take it to the enchantment table. All the way in the roof up here. Let's put this in. Boom and boom. And what can we get? Unbreaking 3? I think I'll take it. We have the ability to get these books from the library as well, but you know, I think it's kind of fun to put in the enchantment table. Never done that before, but I'll show you guys real quick what we have done with the second story of the library. This has been taken care of on the live streams. We have 4 brand new villagers up here. We have the Density 5 villager. What's going on, dude? We have Breach 4 from this guy right here. Loyalty 3 and Fire Protection 4 were 2 enchantments that I had completely forgotten to grab on the first floor. So now we have the second floor going in rotation. We have our Density 5 book right here. Let's get this in. Costs 5. Hold on. What can we do? Nope, can't do that. Guess we're gonna have to go with 5. And you know what we should do? Let's call it Macy. I'm gonna put Macy away real quick. I've actually already pre-set up the enchantment books here for everything that we need for the armor. That's why it's pretty convenient to have this whole library already set up for the past enchantments and the future ones. Almost forgot to throw on mending. You know what? We should just put some mending on there. 36 seems like enough scrap for right now. I need to get a bunch of gold too. Let's make some netherite ingots. We have 9. Now we go back to the basics and start making ourselves some brand new armor. We got a helmet, we got boots. Let's go ahead and get some pants. Got a chest plate right here. We are going back to day 1. Now to turn these bad boys into some netherite boots. We got some netherite leggings. We got some chest. Let's go. This is awesome. I always forget what the netherite gear looks like when it's unenchanted. That is awesome. It's almost like a grout fit. Now, I wanted to use a trim that we got from the trial chamber and use the new resin bricks. Oh, that helmet looks amazing. The boots look good. The leggings look good. So does the chest plate. You guys, I think resin trim is where it's at. Look at this. Now, this is where we start losing some of the levels here. Yeah, 32. Wait, hold on. Can we put that backwards? No, we cannot. 32 it is. Let's get some blast protection on that chest plate. Gotta get feather falling and everything else on the boots. And down to the leggings, which oh my god, it costs 12 and we only have 11. Let's see real quick, will we take any experience from the netherite scrap? That was perfect. Now we have barely enough to throw this in, boom, and boom. Alright, we have a brand new set of armor. I love this. Finally a brand new set of armor, let's go. Well, now we need to think about where I want this armor stand to go. I could actually put it right here, but this is where some miscellaneous items have been going. I think what I might do is actually just take out this plant right here, put the armor stand right there, and start throwing everything on. Got the boots and the pants there too, and that is the old set of armor. I will use it if I ever want to. But for now, I think it's looking good with the orange. Speaking of orange, we need to start moving some of that resin farm right there, which means taking down this platform. I'm actually going to take these creaking hearts back. Probably need to make a couple more too. I only have a dozen on me right now. And I want this farm to be making a lot of resin pretty quickly because I'd love to make a resin castle in the future. Might take a while to gather all the materials, but it will be worth the wait. If we want to make more hearts though, we just have to turn these into blocks of resin and then take some of the pale oak logs and boom. It is as easy as that, but something a little bit more difficult is finding the exact spot I want to start building this resin farm. Might be cool to build it into the side of the mountain over here, but I'm thinking flat land actually makes more sense for a farm. Which is kind of leading me a little bit this direction. We have a lot of flat land out here. I could use this island, but after thinking about it a little bit more, I might save these small spaces in between the large builds for some gardens and fountains, but this side of the mountain right here, we could build a resin farm into the side of the mountain. I know I had just mentioned that we should use flat land, but what I'll do is probably landscape this out a little bit to make it a little bit more flat, and we could probably build the farm up about 10 blocks. I saw a few different tutorials that I liked, and I think I'm going to combine the designs actually, so I'm going to actually post all 3 of the links of the videos that I had watched, just to give you some reference of what I'm building. These villagers are always getting stuck on these campfires, dude. You got it. Come on, let's get up here. Why are you doing this? Only you can help yourself, buddy. You gotta stop doing that. Maybe I should just put a fence gate here. Nope, we're not focusing on that right now. That is just a distraction. We're gonna head over to this little plateau on the top of the mountain, and we're gonna start building a platform to build the resin farm. I think I'm gonna move over a couple blocks this way, and this is probably the height that I want to be at. Now, I'm not that great at redstone or really explaining it, which is why I had to watch a bunch of tutorials to even figure out how the resin farms worked. So I think what I'm going to do is probably just explain to you what I built after it's built. And boom, here is what we have so far. We actually have 2 sides that make it into 16 different creaking hearts that are going to be used to make some resin. They should all be able to be activated. Nice, they're all turning orange immediately. We have 2 separate water sources reaching the middle here, and I put some glowstone on each of the corners and down the middle just to give it a little bit of spunk. Let's put the last one in. Okay, so now 16 creakings. They should be spawning. We have integrated some of the sticky pistons and the observers right here. Anytime resin shows up on the sides of the pale oak logs, the observers are going to see it, and the sticky pistons are going to send them out, and then back in. All of the resin clumps are then going to get sent down to the middle and down to this section right here. I put some blocks of coal in there for now, and all of the resin clumps do get turned into resin bricks. I actually just sent some clumps that I already had right through here just so I could test it out. But when the nighttime falls, now that we have the creaking hearts in place, we should have no spawnable blocks except for right here, but I'm going to get that traded up with some of these stone slabs. Just got to cover up the pistons, the observers, the repeaters, and the redstone. I know the creaking will spawn up here, even if there's like a button or something, so I'm going to keep it slabbed right here. But just to prevent any clumping on the side, we're going to get some fencing in the middle and some buttons on the sides. Can put some stone buttons on the inside layer too. Platform back here is completely slabbed up. If we go over to this section, it should be all slabbed up. I'm just going to use this right here, and boom. I'm liking the skulk and the resin together. The oranges and the blues, they clash, but they look cool. Looks like the sun is going down over there behind Waxteros, so the creakings are about to start spawning, and oh, looks like some of them already are right in there. Okay, perfect. Whoa, one of them spawned right here on the scaffolding. That's not very cool. So we got the scaffolding right there. That is taking away a little bit of what we... You know what? Let's do this real quick. I have an idea. If we take this down, is he going to fall all the way down? That was amazing. Now, just in case, I'm going to take away the shulker boxes, and I'm going to be working on some stuff around this build. I might need to take away the creaking hearts while we're working on the exterior of the build as well. These guys are looking crazy in here. So there's 15 of them in here, and then the 16th one is just down there somewhere. But if we turn around, they're all going to get to the same spot. Boom, boom, boom. These guys are all getting smacked up, and if we look into the furnace, what do we got? 15, 16... Oh, okay, there we go. It's already loading up. We have made ourselves a little bit of a resin farm now, so it's working. We just need to make it look nice. The amount of resin we're about to have is going to be insane. I'm just going to keep smacking these guys all... Okay, one of them smacked me. I'm going to have to make this a little bit safer. And this thing is already loading up stacks and stacks of clumps. This is a very well-working farm, I see. And honestly, it seems like we could scale it a little bit more, like we could put more on the other side. We have 16 creakings, though. This is making plenty. This is just never gonna get old. I love getting these resin blocks. Ooh, the sun's coming up, and they are all gone. It looks like we have... Okay, we have plenty... Oh, I can't even see back into the storage. Hold up, let's see what we got up here. Just trying to climb down here to see what we got in the hoppers. Yeah, okay, that's the 5th hopper and the 6th hopper. It's all moving in. That is crazy. Looks like it doesn't smelt the resin bricks as fast as we get the clumps, so we can add more of the furnaces in. But hey, it feels good to have unlimited resin from now on. Now we need to start thinking about what materials we want to use to cover up this little resin farm right here that's perched up on the side of the mountain. We can't just leave it floating like this. I mean, the interior we will get done, but I would like to figure out, I think, maybe a circular tower. We used a bunch of stone and stone variants in the Armadillo Sanctuary and the Turtle Sanctuary, but, I mean, with Waxed we used a bunch of deep slate. We haven't necessarily used a bunch of bricks yet. To start the tower, I'm going to take a bunch of bricks, and then let's take a little bit of granite as well. Sometimes I've seen people use terracotta in with the bricks and the granite as well, so I think we could go into our terracotta storage and find some of that. So the build is about 24 blocks across. I'm thinking any circle bigger than that should work. So let's do like 25 or 27 blocks across. Let's go here, and I think it's a good spot. Let's get 7 across right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 1, 1, 1. Again with 1, 2, back into 3, back into 7. I can actually hear all of the creaking spawning up there, and it looks like none of them spawned on the circle that I'm making right now, which is great. Means I built it barely high enough, so I should be safe down here for now while building. Hearing them all above me right now is just they sound so creepy. And now with the circle complete, we can start to add in all of the variations of blocks. Mainly brick, I think, is what we're going to use on the outside. And then we're going to coat it with some deep slate later on. But for right now, sticking to the red colored blocks, I think this will work out just fine. If you guys want to see me build this tower, I'm probably going to do a lot of it at twitch.tv/WaxFraud. We got this guy coming up here now, trying to ruin the fun. Get out. But yeah, I'm going to do a lot of it live here on Twitch. It's going to be twitch.tv/WaxFraud. Thank you guys for joining. If you do, I'd stream pretty much every single morning. If you're looking for a fun place to hang out and a new community to join, feel free to hop on in. And a couple hours later, it puts us up about 2/3 of the way up. I'm very glad we get to do that live on stream. Thanks for joining, by the way. But we do run out of bricks every now and then, so I need to jump down. We have to go to the village. We have a bunch of masons down here we can trade with. Got one guy right here. Thank you very much. And a bunch more on this side of the village. I think we're back here as well. I do want to see real quick how many resin bricks have been made so far. We are covering this thing up, and actually I'm thinking about moving the storage right here over to the side so we can have more room. But all these guys are spawning here. Perfect timing. What's going on, fellas? How you doing? Time to make more clumpage. Furnace still going strong, and the double chest is almost halfway full. And before we go up a little bit too tall, I would like to dress the outside with some of the deep slate tile bricks. I think it would look good on the outside of all of the brick and the granite, but we gotta figure out where to start first, and I'm thinking on the corner right here. Then I'm gonna actually just bring it all the way over to the side with these 9 blocks and create the tower right down here. I'll start dressing this with some of the deep slate tile slabs, but I'm actually going to bring this all the way around the circle first. And we're back around finally. Okay, so once we take a look back, it should be popping. Yeah, these black rings around the red tower, it should be popping quite a bit. We're going to have to grab some extra scaffolding for the outside. This project is about to get a little bit extensive here. I don't know how detailed it's going to get on the outside, but I would like to get some slabbage drooping down. So just to have these droop down, we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 maybe, 1, 2, and then 1. Not sure that's a drastic enough slope. With the blocks filled in the center, we could take this one out and take this out. Actually, let's just bring a ring of slab right there. Or we just put that there, put that back right there. I'm trying to make it seem as if there's a slab ribbon like reaching its way all the way around. Maybe it's gonna work, but only next to the pillars here. So we can go down 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1. Cover this guy up right here. We can start to have this droop down as well. Okay, and so that's not too bad. The very top would be this spot in the middle, which I feel like we should put a deep slate tower in too. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1. We bring this down a little bit more right here. Let's jump back. I feel like that should create a little bit of a ribbon effect. Okay, not bad. Let's actually make that go all the way around. And now with the arches going all the way around, it's hugging 360. This is actually looking pretty nice. I was gonna put a circle on the bottom side as well, but I figured it would be nice to just keep it straight with the slabs. So every single arch comes to a point where it hits one of the deep slate tile walls. I thought it'd be cool to bring some nether bricks, some fences, some lightning rods, and some end rods into the mix. Get a lightning rod there. there. We'll get a chain, and then actually I need to get down one more. Right now I'm using the quartz as some temporary blocks. Boom. Alright, so that right there, not looking too bad. Now this is something else that will definitely have to get replicated all the way around just to get some sufficient lighting. Take a step back real quick, we just gotta make sure... Nice. Okay, so the end rods, they're very subtle, but they provide a lot of light to the corners. These are popping in all the way around with the wall to the lightning rod to the chain to the end rod action. And we've made 4 layers. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. But if we fly up to the 5th one, I was thinking about making it a lighter color. So we have quartz right here, but now that I'm holding it in my hand and about to put it on the bricks, it does seem like it might be a little bit too shiny. So we have some other blocks that I thought we could use. This is all the blocks from the starter house. I'm going to use some diorite, polished diorite, some birch, and some of the calcite. Just need to raise this up about 14 blocks. Technically it's 13.5 with that slab right there. But these 4 blocks always make a nice color palette. This right here seems tall enough, so I actually want to continue these little deep slate pillars right here. Well, they're not so little anymore, but let's keep going up. We'll cap this one off with a slab right here. Bring the deep slate all the way over to the middle part right here, and then we'll put a slab up in the center. And we do the same thing with the pillar on the other side. We'll get the same type of lights added in here as well. Now for the final moment of truth. That is not too bad at all. I love how it... Okay, that is perfect. Now for this to go all the way around, same as the other parts of the brick circle, but I think now we can start a dome shape coming up from the top. That's right, even more circles are going to have to be made in even larger concentric areas. We're going to have to get the granite and the polished granite and the brick back out to bring it out even further. Start on a row like this right here and slowly make ourselves outward and upward. It's going to take a lot of figuring out, but we're going to be able to do it. I just want to see here. So we're going to have a little bit of a brick overhang. I like that. It doesn't necessarily need to be another color. Maybe we'll do some color stained glass. I was a little worried having the brick on the bottom part of the build and the top, but you know, I think it's going to work. The first ring I replaced with glowstone, and then actually for the next 6 rings, we just went out evenly with the brick and the granite and the polished granite, but I think we might need to start flattening it out instead of going up one more. So the next layer, let's just go out. Time to keep this a little bit more horizontal. Right now, the width of this circle is 47 blocks. We're going to make it maybe about 49 to 51, but it's going to go 9 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we got to go 2. Then we'll come back with 1 and then 2. Hop over to the other side and complete this to make it symmetrical. Alright, so that makes this just a little bit flatter. I'd also like to start making some arches as well. So if we go up here for a little bit, on the other end we could have an arch as well, but I mean, how far apart would these be? 1, 2, 3, we got one in the middle. I think 3 blocks actually is kind of nice. Try to bring this up here. I think maybe 4 or 5 blocks is as tall as I want them to go. Had to go back and get some stairs, and this tower is looking pretty sweet from the house. I think it ties this whole valley together. If you... Oh my... Oh, wow. Okay, this is awesome. I really love the white layer here that we put at the top, and we can... Oh, not far enough. Hold on a second. We almost made it, but boom, boom. That starts the arch right there and starts the arch right there. We just need to go out 1, 2, 3 more blocks right here. Let's build up again. This might get a little tricky, though. I don't want these stairs to connect necessarily right there, so we could just do a stairs right here and a stair right there. From the outside, this might look a little bit better. We'll have to figure that out, though. I just need to make sure all the arches look good from far away first. Honestly, the thing that I care about the most right now is how the build looks when I'm leaving the starter house. And we're almost as tall as WaxFraud over there. Well, I guess not anymore now that we're going to build a little AFK platform above the creeper farm, but I think we're going to be almost as tall. Almost started building in the wrong spot right there, too. You know, these don't look too bad. I think the center needs to be a little bit less straight, though. Let's just add some brick stairs, and I think that might be the final addition. Let's take a little bit of a flight out. Probably going to add a dome to the top of it that looks a little bit like the one on Armadilliopolis, but ooh, okay, ooh, that kind of looks like the Colosseum. I had to make some of them 4 blocks wide and some of them 3 blocks wide in order to make it even, but nice. Okay, so I'm thinking about possibly adding some of the blue glass right behind it. Let's go grab some. And of course it's raining. It's always raining. I think if you go back and watch, it's been raining multiple times in every single episode. How much blue glass do we have? Oh, we have enough right now. We can make some more. I don't know why I'm gravitating towards the blue glass, but I'm actually going to use the light blue glass specifically. Let's get another stack right here. Still planning on making a storage for all of the dyes. And oh man, it's too dark. The phantoms are going to be out. It's time to sleep. I love flying up to this thing. Perfect circular rainbow over here as always, but let's go ahead and see what the light blue stained glass is going to look like behind the brick. It might be clashing colors, but it might look good. We might end up using the glass panes instead of the glass blocks, but we'll just see how this looks first. Anywhere there's stairs right above, I'm not going to put a column of the glass. I'm just going to put it all right behind. We're probably going to end up needing quite a bit more glass. Well, I mean, the sky is blue behind the blue glass, so you can't really see the difference right now. Maybe more at night. If you get behind it during the day, I mean, it looks a little bit cooler over here because you can just see it right here when we're up close. But, I mean, when the sky is behind it, I mean, it's basically the same color as the sky, which is a pretty cool effect. So, you know what? Blue glass it is all the way around. On top of all the arches, we just got a layer of glowstone to get it lit up in the ceiling, and then we're going to cover this up with some deep slate. Starting to look like we are standing on top of a giant donut. We have gotten a little bit far away from the resin farm all the way down there. We might need to do a little bit of redesigning, but first we should just continue focusing on the exterior here. Those arches are looking fantastic right here. I think the deep slate going up under here is looking nice as well. Makes it seem like it has a little bit of support, and with the glowstone ring in the center and all of the end rods hanging down, there's plenty of light. And we have plenty of azaleas right now from landscaping that mountain over by the turtle sanctuary, so there's plenty of azaleas in here now too. This is definitely the first tower that I've made to this scale, and it's getting a little bit intimidating, but right now maybe we just need to focus on the dome. But ooh, right here, there's a couple of spots where we need to actually continue making the details creep up the side. We hop down here as well. We can take out the slab, boom and boom. I think the stairs moving into more stairs. Yeah, just 3 stairs in a row looks pretty nice. It may not look like much, but the deep slate is truly holding all of this build together. Very much unlike WaxFraud over there. But now at night and with the end rods up against it, you can see the blue stained glass is pretty nice. Now we can take down the scaffolding. This tower kind of created a little bit of a mob farm down here. Yeah, exactly. There's so much stuff that starts spawning around here. I brought some white stained glass with me. I have an entire shulker box filled up with it that we collected, but I'm gonna have to just start moving up right here. I know that the outer layer of this slab right here is 59 width, so this is going to be 57 all the way across, 55 all the way across, which means this is going to be 53. And for anyone that's wondering, I use the plots modeling generator to make domes and spheres. In the last hardcore series, I made a giant concrete rainbow sphere, but this is probably going to be the largest dome that I've ever created. Alright, perfect. So all the stained glass is in place. We have it 53 blocks all the way across. I feel like we just need to get some deep slate tiles. Let's go. Well, we have a slab of room right here. Maybe let's just go to this one. Just need to make some deep slate rings going all the way around. I feel like from far away the 1 block ring is not going to look too large, so let's just add some slabs. These phantoms can just burn. I'm tired of fighting these guys. I'm going to sleep and let them burn. But now we can start working on getting some of the deep slate pillars in here. Let's get some of the slabs in between so this looks like it has more structural integrity. Now it looks like we have all of the rings set up around the dome base here, which is not too bad. This thing is looking pretty nice, especially with the sun setting over here. I guess anything's gonna look pretty nice with the sunset. But let's hop back down. We have a little bit more glass to put on before we start moving up inward to create the dome. Honestly, we have a lot of glass to place right now, so this is probably something I'll do live on Twitch as well. Now we just need to start inching our way inward here. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and there we go. We're gonna start making our way in. Sometimes this can be tedious, but a lot of the times this can just be nice and relaxing. Beautiful. 1 Twitch stream later, we finally have a dome up here. I think I'm gonna start finishing the deep slate on the sides. Take out a slab and work our way to the top right here. I think we'll put some slabs on each of the blocks that are exposed. I don't want anything to be able to spawn here. We could also put some deep slate walls up here because then we could fix some lighting up here. But then again, some deep slate walls could work because then we could fix some lighting. Bring this deep slate all the way back down. And thanks again for showing up to all the live streams, guys. It's been really fun getting a lot of this busy work done live on the streams. The question is, are we going to put a line going up from the center? Actually, the center would be right here. Only one way to find out if this is going to be good. Let's just build up here and then move our way up diagonally. I'm going to run some slabs down just so it seems a little bit more connected. And then I think, yeah, that's the last one. Okay, I mean, that's not going to look too bad. Let's take a look. Actually, you know what? We should leave that. That fits in perfect. Time to fill in the rest of the corners. Also, sorry if you can hear some birds chirping. I tried to turn up the noise gate on the microphone. It's super warm out for the first time in a while, and I opened up the windows while I'm recording this episode, and it's just gorgeous out, so sorry if you hear the birds chirping. Unless you guys like that background noise. Anyways, they're pretty loud for me right now, but I tried to turn them down for you guys. Now we can close this off up here. This is where we're going to make another deep slate dome at the top to close it off. It'd be cool to have a little tower up here that we can fly into with a bubble elevator that goes down to the second layer, and then I'm for sure going to have to redesign the resin farm just at least a little bit. Man, I'm never going to be able to get over these sunsets beyond Waxteros, though. These are gorgeous. Fly up into the clouds, into the Borealis, turn around, and... oh, perfect. This dome has 8 rings around it. This is looking perfect. At least perfect enough for me right now. I think I'd like to maybe get a mixture of the slabs and some of the walls in, because we do have to get this lit up, otherwise all of these deep slate blocks are just basically a mob farm. Only one way to find out if anything looks good. Let's just start right here. We'll get a wall, and then we'll get another brick fence into a lightning rod, maybe, and then we'll go into an end rod. We've been using the lightning rods to hang all of the end rods, but I'm not sure if it would look good up here. It's possible we should just stick to the nether fence, but, I mean, only one way to find out. If it doesn't look good after this, we will just take them all back down, and we'll replace them. Got one more at the top, and this might look ridiculous. It might look like we're giving the dome a mohawk right here, but, I mean, it looks decent for now. Actually, that is pretty nice. You know what, let's just sit on that for a moment. Maybe we could work on the lighting down below here as well. We need to open up these windows. I already started opening this up because I needed to fly in and out a little bit easier, because flying up to the dome was getting a little difficult. But we could just open up this window and set it back a little bit so that I can have an indentation and get some copper lighting in here. Set it up so that there are for sure no areas for the creaking to spawn, which basically just means putting slabs and stairs everywhere. Slap a stair right here, some granite stairs right there, and then what do we have on the top? I guess we could just meet the window right here. And kind of like what we did in the Turtle Sanctuary and Armadillo Sanctuary, we're just going to bring the walls back by 1 where we just had it. Immediately it seems extremely dark right here just because we're getting covered up. And the shaders, it's kind of a facade. I mean, it's super dark. There's a lot of mob spawning. The Endermen have been doing a lot of work damaging the mountain now, because I think they're just spawning because it's super dark down here now. So let's fly down real quick. I think I have some of the waxed copper bulbs in here with me right now. Yes, I do. I just closed the one window that I made to be able to get out of here, so now I have to fly through the dome again and fall all the way back down. Some of these copper bulbs I feel like would fit very well. We can just make a strip right here. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we close it off with some stairs right there. Let's get some of the brick stairs on the bottom. Open this up for some copper bulbs to set right in the center. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll light these up. Take the lever back, and we'll put this temporary block out of the way, grab that brick. Let's see what we got. Hold on. Fly away real quick, and okay. Perfect. That's very simple, and you know what we could do is put some stairs in the corner. The circle might give it a little bit more character since everything else has kind of a straight edge, and nice. Okay, that's perfect. Now we just need to replicate this all the way around to make it symmetrical. Alright, you know what? We're gonna stick with the lightning rods, and the windows, they're looking pretty good. All of the copper is just sitting pretty nicely with all the brick. It even looks decent in the diorite. It's nice to see some of the light down the center here. It looks pretty good. It's well lit everywhere, and this looks like a giant flashlight. We could get a beacon in the center. That would be pretty cool, but I think first we need to focus on this bottom area because this is the one thing that right now is not finished. At first, I thought the circle we're on would be large enough, and this is 45 blocks all the way across, but I don't think that's going to work, so we're going to have to go with the 63. Honestly, this is just much larger, but the plan is to bring this all the way down so that we have a giant tube on the bottom made out of stone. As long as it's about 1 to 2 blocks larger than the base, then it'll look like it has a lot of structural integrity. Good thing we still have a bunch of stone left over from building the Turtle Sanctuary. I am for sure going to have to light up under here, though. This is going to start to get very dark. You know what? Let's just do that now. No mob farm. No creepers here. No creepers over here. This is a pretty dark area. And right next to the beacon, no creepers over here. Only stone, no creepers. Thank you. I decided to have all of the stone bricks cover up a cobbled deep slate wall with a little bit of the regular deep slate blocks hidden in there. But we need to bring this down. I'll get some of the stone brick walls right there. We need an arch to move its way up. I'm going to go a block right there of space, and then we're going to slab our way to the tippy top. There are a lot of zombies down there. Oh my god, I just fell. And there's a rogue spider up here. Get out of here, dude. This isn't looking too bad. It's pretty much angled the way that I want it all the way around, even on the side over here where it's pretty much straight. Actually, wait, we should get these in. Hold on, let's break these real fast. Let's get some slabs and some stairs. Let's clear this out of the way so we can look at the arch. It's not too bad. Get a stair right here and a stair right there, and that's a pretty nice arch. Hold on, let's take this down. Then we're gonna get the acacia fence into the lightning rod, into the chain, into the end rod. And this is gonna match the lighting that we have going up the tower pretty much all the way up top here. And of course, it's raining again while we're trying to build, but you know, this is not looking too bad. The middle arch right here is a little bit larger than on the sides, but this whole thing is coming together. This right here is kind of, it's inviting us to make a giant window or even a doorway. If we walk up this way, there's a path right next to the melon farm and the pumpkin patch over here. We can actually create a brand new path that walks us right up into this giant arched doorway. The build looks absolutely enormous from up here, and we could actually make this our new little base of operations. I'm probably going to have to set up some shulker boxes right here. Start to landscape the sides a little bit, get the dirt out of the way. I don't really have an efficient way of getting up into the farm right now other than just using a bunch of rockets, so I feel like we might want to just take down parts of this wall and make a big door. Get a bunch of this stone out of the way. This donkey is always lurking in the shadows. Well, I guess right now he's in the sunlight, but this donkey is always watching us build. Okay, we brought it back a little bit, and this is a decent door right now. Just made a small indentation, and we'll probably replicate that all the way around, but I think we need to indent it even more, because we're going to bring it back just so we can enter in. I need an easy way to get in and out. So I'm going to make a 4-way tunnel that gets me to and from, and it's going to be just about that size. Actually, we can make this a little bit larger. Let's bring this here, this, boom, 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 all the way down, and then we can get the stairs right here and here. That's a little better. Gonna have to dig out a 5x7 tunnel and then meet in the middle. This seems like it'd be somewhere in the middle. I'm trying to make enough space to get a nice comfortable bubble elevator up to the top. And I hear zombies, and here's a cave. There's probably zombies back here. What's going on, dude? He's just holding on to an egg. He never was gonna despawn. Get out of here. Before I started decorating the tunnel with some more deep slate variants and kind of some darker blocks, I was taking a look at the arch up here. I kind of want to change it, so I'm actually going to break these stairs on the end, take it down by one more block on the sides, and then we're going to replace the stairs with the walls. And then I was thinking actually it'd be kind of nice if we added some of the end rods a little bit closer. That way we could just have a little bit more light and continue the theme on down towards the bottom. And now on the inside of the tunnel comes the polished deep slate. There's a couple blocks that I've been starting to use as flooring. Like, I really do like using the smithing table. This is really nice. But I was thinking it would be kind of cool also to use some of the looms down the side. And maybe some of the orange stained glass over the glowstone to symbolize that you're on your way to the resin farm. I feel like so we can have a safe working environment, though we should just close this off. We don't need any intruders, and I mean specifically creepers. Let's put this guy down right here, and then close all these. See what that looks like from the outs. Oh, hold on. Whoa, boom, and you know what? Not too bad. I think it'd be kind of cool if we actually took out some of the trapdoors, replaced them with some stairs right here, and then put some walls under them just so that it would look a little bit nicer. I feel like we'll make some more edits along the way, but the entrance is coming along nicely. Now for this daunting hallway, we just got to get all these blocks out of the way and just make it look a little bit nicer. Something about these observers right here too, I love using these on the side. And with about 4 to 5 hours work, you can have a little bit of structure with none of the stone exposed anymore. I'm leaving the kelp in the bubble elevator for right now, just letting it grow up slowly because I don't want to take it out. I'm not really using the bubble elevator yet. Still need to take this thing down, and these guys are still spawning in here. You know what? I left a spawnable block right here, and they're choosing to not spawn in there. They want to be in here. These guys are absolutely insane. They are just completely wacky. Look at them. I mean, we had to turn all of the resin brick into resin bricks, and so we have stacks on stacks, and we still have a bunch. But we're going to have to raise the floor up about 10 more blocks, and then I'm going to take the farm down and move it to the sides and have the water system move towards the center. This is not very symmetrical in here, and it looks kind of strange. Also, we're going to have to get some bubble elevator on the sides going all the way up to the dome. Sometimes it's nice to just talk out loud to be able to plan everything. There's a couple of things I wanted to add in this hallway still, though. I know if you look outside right here, you can see the acacia wood, so let's hop back in, let's take this out, and let's add a note block. Figure that could be pretty nice right there. And then on the bottom of these acacia logs, I'm putting some black stone buttons. Figured on top of the looms, we could set down some grindstones, and then on top of the grindstones, I was thinking we could just get potted plants with pretty much any type of plant variety we want in here. But walking into this room, it really just feels like you're about to teleport straight up, and that was kind of the point. I don't really want too much for decoration. The walls are just going to take you right up. Also, it was really cool being able to use Skulk on the floors and all the way up the sides. Skulk is always nice, and when I have enough of it, I'm trying to use as much of it as I can. In one of these next few episodes, I will be going to that ancient city, though, because we got to get some Swift Sneak. The observers on the side are making the walls pop, and the hallway's not looking too bad. If we hop out this way, we can see the lighting here. I think I want to add 2 more. Let's head back up to the top. I think if we put one right here and on the other side, on the stone, we're going to follow the theme with the acacia into the lightning rods, into the chains, into the end rod. Love that. Now we got light all over the build. Let's take this out, and okay, that looks pretty cool. You can see we started lighting up the roof a little bit as well. I was working with some ideas. I don't know what's going to look good. I think I do want the end rod spikes, but I tried the potted plants in here. It didn't really look good. We could try some grindstones and see if this looks good. I added some extra slabs on top so that the walls weren't floating. I just thought that would look weird. Grindstones don't look too bad, especially with the flower pots on them. It gives them a little bit more texture. For the edge here, I think I'm only going to do end rods like this just because we have an even amount, so it would look odd if we had one of the plants on the end. Let's get some more of these down here. Gotta add more slabbage where there's some space. I want to be able to have enough lighting in here so that we don't have to rely on torches on the roof anymore, so hopefully some of these waxed copper bulbs can look good. Maybe if we take some of these corners out right here and replace them with some of the copper bulbs. I mean, that looks okay. You're never gonna know what it looks like until you try, so we'll just put it all here and then we'll fly out and see what it looks like. Can't put it on this level because that's where the slabs are, so we could just skip a level. Boom, take you out. Oh, hold on. Boom. Took out all the corners. There we go. Okay, this has got to look better than it did with the torches at least. And okay, you know what? That's pretty nice. We just got to get that replicated all the way around. And I mean, how's this going to compare to the top here? We have the dome completed. What if we made an even smaller dome on top of the big dome? Again, the only way to find out is to actually give it a shot. Let's see here. Let's just build up like 5 blocks. Maybe before we go up, it would be kind of a nice idea to cover the sides here with some slabbage, kind of give it a nice gradual incline. So now, kind of like how we did with the bricks down below, we'll make the slabs move outward just a bit before we make a dome. But I don't know if this top one's going to be glass. We could make another dome, but maybe out of bricks. And now that we have about 17 blocks worth of a circle right here, I started placing some of the brick and some of the granite in. We're going to get a little bit of a brick dome going. This thing is so big, anytime we make a new addition, we have to fly away just to see what it looks like. And this is great. I love the top. We now have a dome on top of the dome. And we can drop in from the top right here. I added some flowering azaleas just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. And we can drop in here. I'll show you the brand new symmetrical farm. You can see it from the top here. I tried to make it as symmetrical as possible, and these are going to actually become the bubble columns to and from. I don't know if these creaking can spawn within the bubble columns, but we'll find out, because they can spawn on scaffolding, and they can spawn on the shulkers. One thing I meant to do was oh, you can hear them spawning in, but oh man, yep, there's a bunch of them. I was actually going to take all of these out, because I'm pretty sure this is activated by the redstone, and it's getting kind of loud. The trapdoor over and over like this is just like, it just gets a little annoying. At first, I kind of thought it would be nice to use this for aesthetic purposes, but nope, the trapdoor's gotta go. So this right here is actually my brand new version of a compact creaking farm. There are 32 creaking hearts in here. It's the same thing that we just had, but we actually replicated it, and we have the first level down on the ends on both sides, and then we brought the second layer up by just 1 block. That way, all of the resin can still fall into the center, and I don't know, I just figured it would be nice to have 32 creakings instead of 16. We do not have the bubble columns set up yet, so I'll actually just fly out this way. Ooh, hold on. We need to fly out, and I'll show you guys the way that we've been entering. So arriving to the front door, we can walk in. We're still doing a little bit of work on this area, but I'm still just loving how it kind of just gives you the feeling that it's teleporting you straight up, especially when you are using the bubble columns. And when we get up to the top, boom, we have creakings everywhere in here now. And there are 32 of them, so it is kind of crazy here. There's so many behind me right now. But yeah, now we finally have a bunch of resin to be able to make. Give me the clumps. Get the clumpage here right now. Ooh, actually, you know what? I still hear the trapdoors, which means I think I need to take out some of the trapdoors from the center. Oh my god, if I go to the storage room, they are just all following it. Get away. But I'm going to go to the storage room. I have 2 entrances to the side. This is where the bubble columns are going to be over here. But I need to jump up. I believe it's these trapdoors on the bottom. What if I just break these? I'm going to have to take these out of the hopper system. They're going to get the furnace clogged up. But at least they're gone now. That trapdoor noise was getting kind of old. Let's fly back down. I'm pretty sure that trapdoor noise should be gone. Let's give these guys a good smack in. Hold on. Get over here. Okay, yeah, I do not hear the trapdoors anymore, so we should be good. But let me tell you, 32 creakings gets you resin very, very fast. This is nuts. If we already have this many resin bricks, and we already have a bunch of the resin brick being made right now, it's just insane. I am thinking, let's just use the same blocks that we were using on the wall. And, whoa, you can hear them all despawning now that the sun's coming back. But let's use the same blocks as the walls. Let's get the brick and the granite and the polished granite. This tower is so big, we're never going to stop building vertically. We are almost at the level. I think, honestly, on this level, I'm probably going to use mostly brick when we build around. I don't really see myself using any other type of block except for brick up here. I'm glad we got it looking symmetrical. It was looking strange when it was only in the corner, so I'm glad we were able to fit 32 creaking hearts. And you could just stack this up all the way, but, I mean, 32 is plenty. And after one solid long play, we got the entire floor done right here. It took me about 2 hours to complete all of this, and I'm glad we did. What used to be a giant opening is now a very detailed floor. I used a bunch of different blocks. We have the blackstone into the diorite with the amethyst and the copper grates with the chiseled bookshelves as well. You can watch this video in a few days. It's coming out just a couple of days actually after this video comes out right here. It's nice that we have a setup here with some of the chests. We have some storage now and a bed here with one little slab and all of the note blocks under the glowstone. I feel like that really made it pop too. But this is actually where we come up from, and if we go this way, all the way over here, this is where we get down into. I need to show you the storage room real quick. This is actually just a little hallway that takes you to and from the storage room. It's actually the same thing on the other side. This is where you go up. And you actually might be able to tell that the observers are pointing up over here, and they're pointing down on this side. But the storage is pretty cool. We have some of the copper grates that are starting to oxidize fully up against the sculk. That looks pretty decent. And all of the chests are set up here, finally looking good. The open eye blossom, well, one of them's open, but the other one is not. That doesn't really make sense. But the only thing that is not complete is what is going in the item frame. So I feel like we need to go back to the storage room to get those. Walking through the path, we finally have some planted cherry trees and oak trees. This path is looking nice and cozy. I believe I took a lot of the resin blocks from the storage room already, but we might as well clear this out. Let's take that. Wait, nope, hold on. Let's take that and that. Yep, taking all you guys. As we're flying back, you might notice the giant stream of light coming from the tippy top, and that's because we actually fastened a beacon coming right from the center. I said I was going to do it, and we did it. So if you go into the very top room, now under the brick dome is an emerald beacon. Always in here at all times. Right now we're using haste 2, but we might use healing. I feel like that's just going to be a little bit better. It also looks pretty cool under the beacon as well from the ceiling, and now we can hop down into this floor. Boom, and hop down. Went to the wrong side. Now we can hop down. And now comes for the final part here. Actually, let's get some of the chiseled blocks right here. We can actually get the wall and the slabs, and then we can get the regular bricks right here. Then we can load up the resin brick, the resin clump, and the block of resin in those, and we actually have one extra space. Of course, it goes to the stair. My apologies, stair. How could I forget you? But now we can get everything else put away. We get the wall right there, and bam, we have got a complete farm here. This is perfect. I love the night sky feeling of all the sculk, and we finally have unlimited resin. Look at all this. It's kind of funny how I have the bed in here because the creaking spawn at night as well, and as soon as they spawn, it's going to render the bed useless, basically. I love how earlier I said I was going to pretty much use only brick up here, and then I ended up not really doing that at all. But the sun is about to set, and ooh, the castle looks pretty cool right here through the glass, but let's head down. Time to get a little bit more resin. Thank you all so much for watching this episode. I appreciate all the new channel members and all the continued channel memberships. You guys rock. I should let you know that anybody that is a channel member, a Twitch subscriber, or a paid Patreon supporter, you guys have access to the community server. It's called the Wax SMP, and there's more information in the Discord. If you want to join, feel free to join. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys rock. Thank you so much for all the support. It feels so great to have a working resin farm, and this thing is pretty efficient. I cannot wait to get the next massive structure built into this world. It's been super fun. Hi everybody, WaxFraud here, and welcome back to episode 14 of the Hardcore Minecraft Let's Play series. Right now, I'm standing on top of the resin farm that we made in the last episode. I should actually hop in there to show you guys what we built. Boom, all the way down. This is a brand new floor that we built in the long play. And thank you all so much for watching the video. I appreciate all the support. This was super fun to build. Large mixture of blocks up here, and if we go all the way down, I can show you guys the resin farm itself. This thing is home to 32 creakings that will spawn when the sun goes down all the way in here in this skulk arena. And all of the clumps are still being smelted. We have quite a few clumps going through right now, going through the furnace, and the bricks are loading up here. As you can tell from the title of today's video, what we're probably going to do is go ahead and build a mason trading hall. It would be pretty nice to have a giant masonry in this world. I'm looking forward to all of the quartz, all of the infinite bricks, and all of the various types of terracotta. But this tower you see right here, this is the resin farm. And I actually had a couple of suggestions from the last episode. A lot of people were saying that in the side of this dome right here, we should build a pale oak tree farm. And that does sound like a great idea, but I feel like a tree farm might cover up what I had built on the floor. So I still am kind of brainstorming what to do with this section. I'm going to take an orange stained glass pane here, and this is because in the comment section of the last video, there were quite a few people that were saying to turn the beacon light orange. And drop back down into the hole right here where the beacon is at the top of the tower, put a glass pane right here, boom, that is orange. Now we can hop back to see what it looks like, and yeah, that was a good call. Again, thank you for watching that episode. This thing was super fun to build, and thank you to all the new community members that are in here this week, all the new channel members that came through. Thanks for joining the community server. The information for the whitelist to get into the community server is in the Discord. While I'm flying around, I figured I'd actually head back to the resin farm real quick. I want to show you guys some of the function of the resin that I'm going to have around town. And I'm not really talking about the bricks. I'm actually talking about the resin blocks themselves and the resin clumps. And if you're wondering why I have this honeycomb on me, I'm just waiting for this thing right here to oxidize one more time so that I can wax it, but unfortunately it's taken forever. So I just have to keep coming back here occasionally to check it, but I'm going to take some of the clumps real quick and the blocks of resin to show you guys what I'm mainly going to be using them for. I've learned a few things from the lovely folks in my community server, and one of the first things is look at the clumps on the leaves. This is absolutely amazing. The clumps on the top and the clumps on the side down here, it's just such a good detail. Makes it look like the trees are just budding a little bit more fruit, which is absolutely amazing. And if I fly all the way over to the giant custom tree, these clumps would actually work very well. We can start to put these everywhere. We actually tried to make some budding fruit out of the copper blocks and the amethyst, and you know what? If we use a little bit of the clumps around here, it's going to start to look pretty nice. I will say, though, I got a little distracted by the amount of villagers that were back at my starter house. That's kind of nuts. The clumps even look good on top of the cherry leaves. The orange and the pink somehow work very well together. It's like the cherry leaves are budding some oranges. But for real, there's actually a lot of villagers down here. If I fly down here, I can... Oh my god, there's 4 villagers stuck back here. This is insane. We have an iron golem in front of my house. They are starting a new village. Also, check it out. The tower in front of the house over here, it's just such a good view. This world is really coming together. I'm loving this. These guys are just taking over my house, though. They're in my house. These guys are on my dinner table. Why are you guys on my dinner table, and why do you have a chicken here with you? We might have to do something about all of these villagers, and there's an iron golem right here as well in the pond, where I want to show you something that I learned recently. The resin blocks, or the block of resin, I guess is what it's really called. You can use these as a little coral block. These look like coral. I mean, they look amazing. I am so happy we finally have an orange-colored coral-type block. Of course, all the axolotls in here are just stuck right now. They're just hiding under the other coral blocks. But I mean, it looks like it's a coral block. It's got the blue, we got the red, we got the pink and the magenta back there with the orange. I mean, it doesn't even look like it's resin. Fits right in. I'm actually going to get another one too, just a little bit smaller though. Then we just got to bone meal these guys up to blend in. And they are looking pretty good, not too bad. Now for real though, there's an iron golem in the pond and an iron golem at my house back there. I think we have a problem. Yeah, these frogs that we got back in episode 1, they're telling me that we definitely have a problem. Way too many villagers. They are all just taking over the beds. We have another one in the bed right here. They're all getting out somehow. Like there used to be a couple villagers every once in a while that we get out, but now I think we need to raise some of the walls. I can't believe there are 4 villagers stuck in here. How did you guys even get in here? Absolutely insane. But I have the iron trapdoors with me. I think these might help. Ouch. I don't think the villagers will be able to hop over the trapdoors and the blocks. The iron golems also might not even be spawning. I think they might... Okay, you know what? This actually... It looks like they've been stomping all over the pumpkins. This area is definitely the problem. Let's just make sure the trapdoors are there. I have been recording for maybe 15-20 minutes, and it is already raining. It is always raining. Also, here's something that shouldn't really be happening right now. If we fly over to the animal pen in the village, we have way too many iron golems. This is basically an iron golem pen now. We used to have cows and sheep in there, and I don't even think... There is a sheep right... I think they got pushed out. We have like 12 golems in there. You gotta go... We gotta get these guys out of here, man. This is gonna take so many arrows. Oh, man. You know what? I'm thinking maybe we just need to sleep so that they burn a little bit when I'm shooting them with the arrows. All the iron golems must start burning now. It is a requirement. Dude, there are just way too many iron golems here. This is absolutely absurd. We have an iron farm, guys. We have secure walls here. We don't really need this many iron golems. Okay, sir. So security at the house, not really needed. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of you. You're let go of your duties, sir. You're free to go home. You, sir, in the pond, you are free to go home as well. Okay, so now we might need to start getting rid of a couple of the villagers. There's some clerics down here, they're kind of helpful, so I'm going to open this up, maybe so you guys can leave, except for one cleric. If there's one cleric that stays in here with the brewing stand, that's actually kind of nice. So the masons are gone. Actually, some of these masons might be able to get taken to the mason trading hall today. I'm going to close this. You stay in there. You're doing great. A lot of these guys around town just kind of naturally jump off some of the roof areas of my house and lose all of their health, and then they're pretty much gone forever after that. Or I could take them out via sword, but there's a lot of witnesses. There's one small change I can do to the front entrance here as well. There's 2 small staircases. Ouch, how did that hurt me right there? I thought I was doing a soft landing. This should be able to help alleviate some of the problem. Most of the villagers are not going to be able to jump up this trapdoor right here, but if they do, I mean, good luck. I hear a baby zombie, dude. I hear him somewhere. He's like underground somewhere, but where could he be? Somewhere around the pumpkin patch, there's definitely a small cave. Speaking of caves, we might need to go below the surface today because I'm looking for one more enchantment that is called Swift Sneak. So let's fly over to the barn. Wow, this sunset is looking incredible, and the castle looks great with the tower in the background. Man, I am just loving living in this world right now. How did I take fall damage from that right there? That doesn't make any sense. That was the gentlest of landings, and sir, you are not where you need to be. You sheep are doing just fine back here. I'm going to take some wool with me right now because I'm going to need it in order to walk around in the ancient city without getting caught. Also, it is loud in the sheep pen, but the cow pen, these little cow areas are going to get probably upgraded to an even bigger barn as soon as the cow variants get added to the game. I am so excited for the updates. All of the barns in everybody's world are just about to start exploding. Everyone's about to start making big barns with all these new animals. This bee is stuck in place. He's so close to home right here, but the dripstone was just like, nah, buddy. Also, this guy right here is stuck. What are you doing with your head on that lantern? I don't think you're supposed to be there, buddy. But anyways, there's a shortcut in the spider farm on the way to the tunnel that leads to the ancient city. That way we don't have to go all the way through the storage room. We can just go down here and take a left. Head down to the basement laboratory, otherwise known as the Deep Slate Mines. This one actually is called Ancient City because if you fly all the way down here, it takes about 3, maybe 4 rockets. Okay, I lied, about 5, maybe 6 rockets, but you eventually arrive in a place called the Ancient City right here. This is wild. There are sensors everywhere over there, and if I look over here, there is a shrieker already. I can see the portal all the way back there. Guys, I'm gonna do my best to try and not get caught by the warden. We just need to use the wool, so we just need to block any of the other sensors from being able to hear anything, and then we can take this out. Should have grabbed the hoe, but I did not, and luckily only that one sensor right there heard it. We need to make a little home base over here. We have the Silk Touch hoe that we will bring out with us for a faster breaking of all of these blocks. I do see a chest right up there, though. We could actually just climb up there immediately. Okay, we got some sensors up here. Let's take these out, take you, and what do we got? Ooh, we got the Ward armor trim, let's go, and a music disc. I'll take a free name tag with the echo shards that I have not picked up yet. And you know what? Oh my, I have not picked up soul torches yet. Soul torches and soul lanterns are something that I have not even included in my builds at all yet. We gotta start including those. Placing a couple of torches down so that I know that I was up here already. We have sensors all over the place. I feel like we're gonna have to just cover up pretty much every single shrieker individually before we take them all out. Thank you, wool, for saving my life right now. Let's cover this one up right here. Oh geez, I don't know if I can walk over there. Cover this guy in the middle, and then we'll make our way over here. Sometimes there are shriekers and sensors that you don't see, and unfortunately you just miss them sometimes, but here goes nothing. Now let's take out the sensor. Not good, let's take that out. Let's just do this right here and take that out too. Okay, so that's strike one. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. There's another chest around the corner, but there's also a shrieker right here, so I gotta take it easy. I don't see many sensors around, so I think I'm just gonna go directly for the shrieker. Got you, bud, right here, and you're gone. I think I can take this catalyst as well, and boom. Let's see, what do we got over here? Not too bad, we got some more music discs. Sounds like there's a lot of sensors back here, and yeah, there are. I was so excited about just having loot in general, I didn't even realize I got the Swift Sneak 3 book in there, so that's awesome. We already got what we came for, but I kind of want to go around and get some more of the chests. I know there's some more loot down here. Kinda cool though, pretty quickly we got ourselves the armor trim and we got ourselves the enchanted book that we wanted. We have more loot down here. Also, over by the portal, there's a bunch of candles we can take that I forgot about. I don't see any shriekers, but you really just never know. Let's just take you out. Feel like we got lucky right there. We should have checked behind here, but I think we're okay. Now, what do we got? Oh man, that's a lot of bones. And this would actually be a pretty good pair of diamond leggings if it didn't have Curse of Vanishing on it. I do see something over here that I completely forgot about, and that is the skeleton skull. I am for sure taking that. I just completely missed the wall jump, by the way. Lots of sensors over here. Let's just take these guys out. I didn't hear any shrieker already. I set these guys off by accident, and I would have heard a shrieker by now in this area. Oh my god, I spoke way too soon. It's right there. Okay, we need to be careful. I can't believe this thing didn't go off. It was like 10 blocks away. Whoa, it's also hooked up to a dripstone cave over there. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's just get the wool on all 4 sides and take you out. Then one more shrieker, one more catalyst. Ooh, okay, so the ice over there means there is usually a chest in the center. And oh, there's a chest right here, and I definitely see a sensor, and there's a shrieker. Let's just move up and around the corner, and okay, we have multiple shriekers. Since there are 3, I'm gonna block these off, and then just move down. This guy's covered up, let's take him out. Okay, never mind, let's take you out and take you out. That was 2 strikes, we need to be careful. I believe that was the last shrieker in this area, though. Oh man, I can't believe we forgot about that guy. Okay, we got the disc fragment for the music disc down in the ancient city, that's kind of nice. I know it's only going to be one more shrieker that we set off and the warden comes. However, we are right next to this loot right here. I'm going to take this loot and then I'm not going to push my luck anymore. We'll get out of here. I blocked off the pressure plate here so I can open it up, and okay, I did not know there was a sensor, but at least there's no shrieker. That was just, okay, we need to just be careful, man. Okay, we got snowballs, golden carrots, which I guess we'll take, but baked potatoes too. Okay, you know what? This was not worth it. If we accidentally spawned the warden and just came down here and found that, I would have been a little bitter. That would have not been very cool. I'm pretty happy though. We got the skeleton skull, the Swift Sneak 3, and the ward armor trim. Pretty successful trip, I'd say. Like I said, I do not want to push my luck, so I'm just going to put a torch over here to show that I was already here, and this one also. Oh man, I need to be careful. Where is this one? You know what? You're done. But I'm pretty sure I just see a shrieker right there in the crosshairs, so you know what? We got to take it easy. I really do not want to deal with the warden. I haven't even hit a 1-year mark in this world yet. I don't feel like losing the world today. But we did cover a lot of ground, though. You can see that we have some torches going all the way back in the distance. We could tackle the other half over here sometime on stream, and I think that'd be pretty fun. If you guys want to join, we do stream every single day on twitch.tv/WaxFraud. And we've actually been streaming on YouTube quite a bit more as well, so if you guys want to hop in on YouTube, always feel free. Kind of just want to hop up here real quick to get a good look at where I need to go next time. Well, actually, I went a little bit too tall. I can't really even see in the distance now. Okay, boom. Okay, now I see... Okay, we have quite a bit of land to cover over there. I see 2 shriekers. There's sensors all the way at the top of the pillars. Man, we have a lot of ground to cover for sure. In the last series, we revamped this entire space, and I'm planning on doing it again, but I'm not going to do the same thing. Last time, we basically just remade a plains biome village. We revamped all of the hallways, the train station over there, and we even made a brand new portal. I see some shriekers over there at the bottom of the portal, but this time we're going to do a brand new theme. I'm giving myself quite a bit of time to brainstorm, and if you guys have any ideas, always feel free to throw them in the comment section down below. Always excited to hear those ideas, but right now I think we need to focus on what's in store for episode 14, and that is making the Mason Trading Hall. So let's fly home, grab an anvil, add the Swift Sneak to the boots, and get building. Also, in case you're wondering, yes, these tunnels are all going to be decorated. I know they look terrible. All of them. They all look the same. They're just giant tubes that are just basically nothing. But we will get them decorated, I promise. This all just takes time. Like, it took me a while to even get this main center right here decorated. But I believe it turned out okay. Everything just takes a little bit of time. I'm kind of glad we got out of there, though. I do not want to spawn the warden in. That just sounds terrible right now. Let's also put some of these items away. I have so many of the 13 discs now. We're actually loading up on way too many of them, but we have 4 different types. We need to find a new spot for these soul torches down in the nether storage. And actually, you know, I think it might be kind of nice to put it next to the entrance itself. So, let's just go down here with the soul torches. If we want to duplicate the ward armor trim, we just need cobbled deep slate and a bunch of diamonds. Back down to the storage room one more time. We got 2, we have 4, and we have 6. Actually, never mind, we made 8. That's enough for 2 sets of armor. What do you think about that, Duck? What do you think about that? Now we can put the ward armor trim in with all the other armor trims, and we have a nice collection going now. Okay, the villagers have spawned a cat in my house. Which only means one thing, Rox is about to get a new friend, and on my way downstairs, I'm putting the skeleton skull right there. That seems like a good spot for it. Got a stack of raw salmon from the aquatic storage room, just because this cat, I feel like, is gonna like some salmon. I hope he's still upstairs, and yep, he's still on the roof. Why are you back here, dude? Hold on, let's give you some salmon. And it's as easy as that. Get you out of the trap door. I guess I just had made a cat trap, I guess, right here. Let's get you maybe off the campfires or something. Maybe you're losing your pathfinding abilities, or maybe let's just close the trap door and then I'm out of here. I thought the cat would follow me, but he actually seems to be super stuck in between the campfire and the trap door. There we go. Dude, I don't know where you're going, but please stop doing that. Let's hop down here. And of course, there's a villager in my bed. Why? They're taking over my house. They're opening the doors on the back of all the seats. I mean, come on, guys. This cat has no idea how to get off the roof, so I'm actually just going to push this cat right now off the roof. Luckily, cats can fall from pretty high up without taking any damage, so now you can follow me. Now we can just sleep in the bed. That's a good cat right there. I think this is the first cat to ever spawn in the house, or in the second floor of the house at least. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to name this guy, and you guys are going to help name him. Throw out the best names that you can in the comment section down below. At the beginning of next episode, we'll get this guy named right here. You know what? Stop running away, or at least trying to. I'm just going to set you down right here. You're going to be chilling on the porch. If he wants inside, we'll let him inside, but you know what? He seems to be a guy that just likes the outdoors. We got our leggings right here, and the Swift Sneak right here. Actually, it's only going to cost 19, which is not too bad. I'm pretty sure I misspoke earlier, and okay, why is this cleric trying to get back? You know what? I'm gonna leave this gate open, that way you guys just stop doing this. And it's been a solid minute, this guy just doesn't want to leave. That's fine, I guess. Look at us swiftly sneaking around. We're basically crouching and sprinting at the same time. I think taking care of the iron golems kind of cleared up a lot of space. The villagers are going to clear themselves out after a while. What is this guy even doing? They don't last too long around the house. There's too many high spaces to accidentally fall from. But before we build anything, I feel like I got to check one more time on this copper door. Let's actually just go through the front door. And by the way, I have a bunch of materials still right here. I don't know if I'm going to use this in today's build, but we might. All of that leftover stone could be used for pathways and natural type of builds as well. Come on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This thing is taking forever. So do you guys have any copper in your world that refuses to oxidize? Because that door is just a pain. I feel like I've checked up on that copper door like 20 times now. But now comes the real issue, and that is finding a spot to build the Mason Trading Hall. We actually landed right here in the last episode. I don't know if we're going to go in this same spot. I'm thinking across the lake over here might be good to complete the circle in this area. And what I mean by the circle is the perimeter around the starting house right here. I just like to be able to see all of the castles within a little bit of distance from this starter house. The Mason Trading Hall in this area kinda sounds nice. If we land up on the top of the library over here, we could technically build it over on this little island, but that might be too close to some of the snowy builds. It might be kind of nice to get a little further away from home as well to kind of force ourselves to build a path out and expand the town. Maybe it is this island over here. You know what? Let's just fly over there. We have our tools on us. Let's just use some shovel action and just start flattening this out. I guess we have a big cave right here as well. We might need to get rid of this cave. This thing is enormous. I haven't really done too much exploring down here, as you can see. No torches really set up. We can look down and, I mean, there's quite a bit of space. This actually would be kind of a cool place to build, but for now, I'm going to flatten it out. I might not close it up, though. Once this is all flattened out, it'll give me a little bit more perspective on how big this island actually is and if we really want to build the Mason Trading Hall here. This would be a cool spot, though, because you can still see the ice spikes, you can see Armadilliopolis, and you can see the library, and also you get a nice view of the track that takes you to the iron farm. Okay, so I've been spending about an hour landscaping so far, and I haven't really even put a dent in here yet. I'm trying to expand the island with all the dirt that I'm catching over here and all these chests, only 2 so far, but we could get a lot more going. I think I might actually bring everything down 1 more layer, and as far as this cave goes, I think I'm going to leave this partially exposed so we can get down in here. The Swift Sneak is making the landscaping go a lot faster, but this is still going to take a while. After a few streams and a couple of long plays, this entire island is finally flattened out. I actually did leave the giant hole right here in case we want to come down and build something in this cave. There's plenty of room in here to build a village, that's for sure, but it might mess with the FPS since we're right on top of our other village. There's plenty of room down here to build a village and make new life down here, but we would be building right under our other village and that might mess with the FPS. So I'm going to hold off on that for now. We might cover it up, but I do want to show you guys what we had made in the newest long play, and thank you guys for watching if you did. I appreciate y'all. We have a brand new, cozy, custom river that rolls right in between the 2 islands. Now, it was actually just kind of sloping down each way. We filled it up with the dirt and got the retaining walls. These walls are all the same as the others around the world, just the tough and the mossy stone bricks. Stopped the wall down here just in case I wanted to make some more edits behind Armadilliopolis, and I also stopped the wall right here in case I wanted to make the island larger on this snowy side. We have a small peninsula down here. I'm not really sure what I want to do. This brown sheep is residing, but we might continue this out, but I might flatten it a couple blocks down. And same with the other side. As you can see, we have a bunch of area down here that's a couple blocks down. I might just flatten this out and leave it maybe at sea level. But for now, we're just going to have a wall going about 4 or 5 blocks up. We'll make a staircase eventually. And now, not only do we have more landscaping out of the way, but we have new life in between the 2 islands. I'm just loving this. This cow is just stuck down here. What are you doing, bud? You know this is not your place. And the Endermen, they need to stop bringing the dirt blocks down here. But we're finally getting close enough to the Ice Spikes biome to connect our town. And that'll be coming in the next few episodes, most likely, but the masonry, that's what's coming right now. Let's go back home real quick to load up on some materials. In the past, we've been using a lot of the stone bricks, but not so much the cobblestone, and I think if we get this in here mixed up with some of the mossy cobblestone, that could look pretty good. Probably still going to use a little bit of the stone bricks, but I am going to include some andesite as well. Give it a little bit more of a light gray color palette here, and then we're going to move to the nether storage. Ouch, that wall hit me. Let the record show that that wall hit me. I did not hit that wall. I'm going to grab some black stone. Now we can fly back and start spacing out what we need to build. Let's get all of our shulker boxes on top of the beacon. We might actually have to move this beacon eventually, but for right now, it's a good spot. Also, in the build inspo section of the Discord channel, I have been posting a little bit more just to show you guys a little bit of more inspiration that I use. I like to find inspiration from architecture in other video games, and this one was a wonder from Age of Empires 2, so I hope you guys enjoy this one. I think for the most part, this is going to be pretty rectangular. We went pretty circular on the last resin farm build, so this one, let's go back to the basic rectangular shape. With a dome or 2 on the top, I think that'll be fun. These walls are going to be very long. I think we're going to have some parts of the factory jut out in the middle right here, so let's actually just start to bring this out by about 3 blocks. Space them out by 5 blocks and call that good. We'll get at least 2 or 3 more to jut out on this side. Back in this direction, I actually had to make it a little bit larger because I want it to be a little bit closer to the coastline. And we'll add small areas that jut out only 3 blocks wide, 3 blocks apart, and maybe only going out by about 2 blocks from the base. Well, it looks like part of the build is going over the hole. Unless we fix the dimensions of the build, we're going to have to plug this thing up for sure. Move this way a little bit. Chicken, you're going to have to move, bud. I'm thinking the dimensions might be... Okay, just around this side, we might need to make it a little bit longer in the back, because I need to fit about a 27 or 29 dimension circle in the center. It's always good to space things out, because now that the 27 circle is built, it seems like it might be a little bit too big, or we might just need to make the whole structure bigger in general. And now to get the build moving, we just need to start bringing the walls up, otherwise we're just not really going to be able to see what it looks like, so time to get it moving, and I kind of want an audience for this part too, so maybe let's, you know what, let's get the dirt and the tracks made, let's bring some villagers over. Pretty sure I have a bunch of stuff left over from the last farm, and I do. Let's take everything we can. I'll leave those here. You know, I didn't really realize how much I missed Swift Sneak until right now. And now to place what feels like an infinite amount of rails. Time to get some powered rails going. These guys gotta get their way up here somehow. Thinking maybe let's just build a little platform right here that they can get stopped on, because I don't know if bringing them down to the ground is a good idea, especially since we might have another level up top where the villagers might be trading from. So for right now, just to play it safe, let's keep them up about 20 blocks high. Now comes the troubling task of getting one of these guys into a minecart, but you do not need a fisherman job, you need a mason job. Our first audience member is on his way. Let's go, dude. Okay, so let's follow him just to make sure that he actually ends up where he's supposed to be. And he has made it. Sir, you gotta lose your job, first of all, if you want to enter the building. But you have a front row seat to the build process. Welcome. You're gonna be watching a couple of bings, a couple of bangs, a couple of booms, and if you're lucky, you might get to watch a couple of bops. Well, we got the wall intact here, about 9 blocks tall for the first part. I think on the edges I would like to start making some windows, so let's actually start taking some of these blocks out here. These windows look large enough. Maybe take this guy out, those 2 out right there, and start putting some blocks on the back side. Windows not looking too bad. Let's actually get some stairs up at the top to create a little bit of an arch, and okay, I like that. What do you guys think? I got 20 different opinions that I can take right now. What do you guys think of these windows? Do you like them? I sure hope you do, because this is about to be your home. I actually was thinking maybe let's take away this, replace it with some blackstone brick. Okay, I really like that contrast. The blackstone is very dark and a little bit of purple within there. But the walls are going to make the corners feel a little bit more rounded on these blackstone pillars. Now that right there is not too bad. I like the difference of texture right there between the 2 types of blackstone. In between, we might get some mud walls at some point, but I'm not quite sure. Just going to have to leave it open for business for now. I am going to, in the meantime, get some of this deep slate on the side for this first little roof right here. The roof's going to gradually move up the side, and we're going to have to use a lot of cobbled deep slate right now to get this roof covered up. And these blackstone towers right here, I think these are going to be a little bit taller than the deep slate roof. The sound of placing cobbled deep slate over and over and over again is actually quite satisfying. I am really going to enjoy having the library in the background as well. This is awesome. Looking at the roof, it might be a little bit too large. We'll have to just take a step back and think about it for a little bit. But for now, let's hop under here and complete this wall. We are already at the same level as all of the audience over here. Hope you guys are enjoying the show out there. Yeah, you know what? We need to take this out. I was pondering through the night here, and we need to just take out this back row. It's getting a little bit too long. Now we just bring this wall back here a little bit towards the north. We're going to use cobbled deep slate slabs in spaces of 3 to actually make that roof seem a little bit more spaced out in the back. Give it some more depth, and then I'm going to go here for another window. Probably just going to fit the same size windows as we did down below. We got one right here that's 3 spaced, one right there, and the same down here. We'll bring in the wall right about here to connect up. Actually, right here is good. Then we get the windows lined up on the other side, and voila, that's not too bad. If we want the windows to be the exact same, then we would just do 9 blocks tall, so maybe we just do that. The wall's looking tall enough now. Actually, hold on, let's just get a little bit more of the black stone in here. We gotta make these a little bit thicker. I have the windows on the top looking the same size as the ones on the bottom. We might need to get a wall of the stone back there too to make the depth look a little bit nicer. Not too bad though. This is looking pretty industrial. Actually, hold on, let's use the last rocket I have on me real quick. Let's fly up here. I'm gonna try for one more roof that's gonna look just like the one down here. Let's get some cobbled deep slate slabs and move our way down. These black stone pillars down here might end up reaching this height up where I'm at right now. After we're done with this area of the roof, I might end up using a little bit of just the regular deep slate blocks for some more texturing. Alright, the first side looking nice and industrial. We just need to actually head over to the other side to get this completely replicated. I got the deep slate roof pretty much extended on the other side as well, and I actually need to move the circle over about 3-4 blocks to get it in the center. That's because we made the building a little bit wider on this side, just a little bit more than expected. And because it's a little bit longer as well. As you can see, we need to extend the grass over here. It is entirely too long now. Same thing on this far side. We're going to make some 3x6 windows. Trying to get the lighting on these roofs together. Let's actually make a small platform before we start anything. Let's get some wall to fence to lightning rod to chain, and then we're going to get some end rod action. Just get that replicated on each corner, and that's going to look pretty nice. Slap some down here on the bottom level as well. You can never have too many end rods on a giant factory. Now, as far as these black stone pillars go, we could get some mud bricks on the side here, get some of the jungle fencing, but instead of using the lightning rods, we just go straight into the chains. That way it doesn't reach all the way down to the deep slate. Looks like it's not going to connect right there, so if we move right there with some fences, maybe using lightning rods over this time. Actually, no, let's not do that. All we need are the chains and the lightning rods, and we're good to go. And you know we're going to use some copper bulbs in here. Let's actually... Oh, wait, let's take these out, replace them with some stairs. Slap these guys in right up top and on the bottom. Let's use a bulb down below right here. Let's get a lever. Boom. Not really the best method because I'm going to break that and have to break the bottom. Let's fall down. Then we can fly all the way back around to check out what we just made. Okay, I actually like that a lot. Let's do this on every window. These are kind of becoming a staple in almost every single build. I have copper bulbs in pretty much everything. From the library, it's not looking too bad having all the end rods hanging from the roofs, but I think what we need to do in order to finalize this last corner is probably just get the rest of the grass in for the floor. I don't think there's anything spawnable down here. It's all just water, so I guess let's just start laying this down. Not sure why I grabbed some grass. It's so much louder than dirt. So it looks like we have plenty of space over here now, but we are kind of running low on dirt. I think I'm just going to run this entire island down to sea level, so let's just take all this out. Take out everything along the edge. We'll get the retaining wall moving over here soon enough. Bringing the dirt down below sea level. We just need to make this wall look a little bit more complete. We have a lot more dirt here than I expected. Like 3 layers over here. This horse is like, what is going on? I guess we have a sheep on this island too, and there's a bunch of random holes that are down here. I wonder actually if this leads to somewhere that I haven't been yet. And boom, we have a load of copper. I'm gonna leave this little area exposed for a moment. I wonder if this one leads to a cave as well. Let's see. Not necessarily. Just take a little bit of copper and then we'll be on our way. This one right here doesn't really have too many resources. We can plug this one right up. So close to being done. This took a lot longer than I thought it would. This island is just a little bit larger than I thought. And actually, you know what? We're gonna make it just a little bit larger too. Now we can fill in some of the gaps over here on the beach. And we'll work on getting this connected up to the retaining wall. Okay, quick step back, and the island has been flattened. Actually, there's a little bit of dirt I still need to put right up here. Alright, not too bad. We're gonna get the retaining wall up here next to sea level as well. We'll just get some tough and mossy stone down here on the same level. But, actually, hold on, let's get that right there. But first, we have a couple more things that are a little bit more important. Okay, and now we can finally clear this giant hole right here in the wall. We can fill this in. With the 5 or 6 extra blocks that we put back here, it's pretty spacious. I really like the factory feel now. On each end, it's looking alright, especially with the blackstone right here. Now I would like to add the blackstone on the sides over here, just to give this side a little bit more depth. I already kind of measured it out going about 7 blocks out, and it's 9 blocks across. I'm not sure if this is going to look good until we build it. Good thing the Swift Sneaks got us building quickly. Started messing with some roof designs on the other pillar, and I think I like what I'm seeing. It's got a kind of a farmhouse vibe look while still looking like a factory. I'm going to use some jungle planks, some mud bricks, and some packed mud in here. Hop down the edge with some slabs. Unfortunately, there's no packed mud slabs. I wish that would be implemented one day. Funny I mentioned that, though. There's actually a bunch of stuff being updated right now. There's actually the 1.21.5 update that just came out, and there's so many cool things that just got announced. The cactus flowers, the firefly bushes, all of the wildflowers on the ground, that's going to add a lot of ambiance to every world. Also, the new types of cows and the new types of pigs and chickens. This is amazing. As soon as all of the mods that I use are updated for 1.21.5, I will be switching over to that version and probably trying to make a big barn as fast as I can for all the new animals. I don't want anything spawning up here for now, so let's just get some torches up there and drop down. I think we can get some lighting here as well. Wall defense to lightning rod to chain to end rod action also on this side looking pretty good. What do you guys think other than her? I'd like to get an opinion on what the end rods are looking like over here other than her. So even back here, I really like the way the build is taking shape. I think right here is where the door is going to be instead of in the middle of the build. And I started having to close this hole up a little bit more just because these pillars started coming out towards the hole itself. I think I'm going to leave a small opening, just a little hatch to get into because there's a lot of ore down here to take. But if we hop around the back, I believe we have just enough room to make a comfy pathway back here. We'll see. We might have to make a little bit more room. Sunset looking pretty good on the back side of the build as well. This thing is really coming together. I raised the circle in the center just a little bit to kind of get an idea of where the dome is going to be fixed, but I don't think it'll be this low. It might be about 5 blocks higher. What I'm going to do to try to meet into the dome first is use these black stone pillars and try to connect them on each side. So I'll just lay some black stone across the top of the roof right here, and maybe we don't need to be that thick. We could actually probably just go in about here so it's only 7 blocks wide instead of 9 blocks wide. We're not going to know how this looks until we bring it all the way to the center and then start building up. Can't knock it till you try it. Also, blackstone is easy to take out. It's basically just insta-mined with the beacon. This is going to be nice, though. I haven't had the chance to use too much blackstone, and this is going to be a very blackstone-heavy roof. Okay, not too bad. This factory is actually really starting to look like a factory with all the lights hanging on the side. We have the pillars coming into the blackstone pillars up top. I moved the dome up a little bit more towards the middle and the top, and we have 2 domes that are going to be coming out towards this roof on the side here, but I'm not entirely sure how the window is going to work out. It might actually be cool to make a dome window right here, like a big bay window that you can look out from. We'll have to see. I'm working slowly. I think before we start working on any of the stone that I encase the blackstone in, I'm actually just going to start designing some windows within the blackstone down here and then work my way up. But I feel like taking this back is going to make the build look much more detailed. Let's continue the same trend we've been using on the rest of the build. We'll get some stairs up in the corner, but not on the bottom. And then down in the middle, we're going to get 4 taken away just so we can get some copper bulbs right behind them. 1, 2, boom, light them up. And of course it's raining. The sun is trying to poke through, but it just can't because it's always raining. Okay, I do like this a lot, but I think this probably could be 1 taller. Easy fix, let's take that, boom. Come back down, take a step back, and perfect. Okay, the 3 is good. So 4 sets of windows on these little towers. We have all the windows on the bottom ready, except for the door right here. I'm thinking I'm just going to take a quick little audible. I'm going to use a bunch of chiseled copper right here and make a door. All of this will eventually oxidize, and this is going to look pretty cool. It might seem like I'm building all over the place right now, and that's because I am. I haven't really planned anything for this build, and I'm kind of at a loss. I am absolutely terrible at planning my builds, and so all of this is just me winging it, which is why you usually see me going from up to the top down to the bottom to build everything. I usually don't do anything really cohesively, but let's start working on this part of the roof. The jungle fencing lines up perfectly right there. About 4 blocks deep in on the roof right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think that actually gives us enough room to probably make a new wall. We can build this one up maybe about 5, 6 blocks tall and then make another deep slate roof. Let's top this one off with a little bit of deep slate. Then we're going to continue to add some of the slabbage. Scaffolding is going to have to move. See ya, bud. So as you can see, I've started a small arch design, but I mean, the arch doesn't look too great right now. I kind of want to mess with it just a little bit to get it to look a little better, but as you can see, this is what I'm going for. The roof's going to lead into a nice big opening in the build. Okay, so now the wall finally has some structure here in the middle. I kind of want to make the roofs in these corners just so that we can start to work on all the details together. First things first, I think we just need to start with the slabs. Let's just move it a little bit this way. Might have an issue with this mud brick wall later, but we'll figure that out. Let's get the deep slate rising just a little bit right here with the slabs. Let's go this way. Actually, I might take this out because I'm thinking these center roofs might be more fun if we start to prop them up a little bit higher, a little bit faster. So let's start to use regular blocks instead of slabs. So we have slab, slab, block, and then let's go up by 2 blocks, followed by another row of 2 blocks in the middle. This should look pretty decent. And it leaves a small opening in the roof that might look kind of cool if it starts to overhang this way just a little bit more. So with this being the opening for the roof, we just need to jump up and bring this all the way down. Just double checking to see if we actually do have the space. Let's just go 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Okay, not too bad. And then we could get some openings for some windows, at least one of them down here. The window's not looking too bad, and the stairs are giving it a little bit of texture in between each block, but I'm thinking we should get some of the deep slate walls up here. I'm not sure if the dark oak fence would look good, but I'm gonna give it a try. I like these a lot. They add a little bit more color on the sides, and they match the spruce logs when they're unstripped. We don't need anything spawning over here, so let's get some lanterns over in that window, and of course on that end stair. Let's actually work up top. I think in here I have some fences we can use. There we go, the mangrove fence gates. I think this will actually look pretty good from far away. I know it's a random color choice right now, but I'm thinking it might actually look good if we start to use some of the nether brick on the dome. And we don't have to stop there. I'm going to get some flower pots on all of the walls because it changes the shape of them, and I think it makes it look a little bit better. And we'll get some azaleas on top as well to make this look a little bit more green. Not too bad. The details are all coming together on the roof. I think when we move it into this birch area over here, I think that's when I'm going to cap it off with some of the nether bricks. So let's actually jump down in here and grab some nether bricks. Couple stacks should be enough. Let's fly up here. We don't have too many torches up here. We might actually have to take this out. I don't want to make this very spawnable, but I am going to put the slabs just on the outside of the birch logs. Okay, nether brick looking pretty good right here. I feel like what we should do is add a couple of layers of white stained glass right on top of the birch now. Then we can come back with another layer of the nether brick slabs. Then I was thinking on top of the white stained glass, actually hold on, this needs to get out of here. There we go. We're just going to go right back to our roots and get back to the packed mud, the mud bricks, and some of the jungle planks. Then we're just going to use some jungle slabs and some mud brick slabs. We're just going to start working our way up to the top. If we fly out, this half dome is looking okay, but the one thing I'm having an issue with is that it's coming a little bit too close to the dome up top, so let's take away maybe 1 or 2 layers. I'm trying to leave at least 1 block extra of space up here. Now, as far as that middle dome goes, I'm trying to kind of replicate what I did for Armadillopolis with the white stained glass, end rods, and the nether brick, so let's actually just move that over here. I think that same style of dome would actually fit in very well. We just got to remove the dirt. I love how lately my builds have been so big I have to fly away to see what everything looks like. It's just kind of awesome. There we go. Okay, so the nether brick actually works pretty well with the nether brick on the side and the mud up here too, as well with the stone. Now we just need to get the white stained glass where it needs to be to make the dome. I'm going to replicate the dome from Armadillopolis right now. And in case anyone's wondering how we make the domes and the spheres in Minecraft, we use the Plots Sphere Generator, so feel free to look that up. It's actually super helpful. I've been using it quite a bit this series. At the top, we're going to leave a little bit of space open, and then we're going to drop all the way down. We're going to get some nether brick moving all the way up to the center. Bringing this in on all 4 sides to wrap all the way around the dome. Work on getting it connected in the center. Boom, 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 and boom, boom, boom. Couple of slabs on the corner, and then in the center, we're going to get some nether brick wall, followed by the nether brick fence. Also wanted to take the time to apologize to everybody for how long it took to make this video. I was a little sick. I had strep throat, actually, so it was a little hard to record this video, so my voice might be a little raspy towards the end of the video, just because I was a little sick, and I'm pretty sorry about that. I'm trying to get well soon so you guys don't have to listen to my raspy voice, but it is what it is. Normally, we're not out here making flags out of nether brick fence, but this one seems to look okay. Actually, I probably should put a little bit of a slab on the end. Boom. Okay, so that's looking pretty similar to Armadillopolis, wrapped around the dome nicely. Now we just have an opening down here that we need to fill in. I think I'm going to replace this dirt with some of the deep slate tile bricks like this. Even though we're already using the cobbled version on the roof, I think the deep slate bricks up here, I think they're going to work very well. We have a pretty big arch here. Let's just bring it out by 1 more block and then actually down the sides just to fill in the space. Let's bring it all the way back. And just like we did down here with the alternating stairs, I think I'm going to do that on the top of this deep slate tile arch as well. Even with the Borealis effect out, we don't really have that much light, so we're going to have to bring some end rods down in order to get some more light here. Actually, on the middle one, let's get a lightning rod, then into a chain, then an end rod. Looking much better already. Also, I am trying to fill in some of the gaps back there, so some of the note blocks are gonna look good in some of these back areas. I think what we're gonna have to do is take that dirt out when we're working on the inside as well. And now I'm thinking about the inside. We should take out all of these stripped birch logs. Now we have a massive opening into the build we can use this to fly into. Or actually, you know what? I have a better idea. We could finish the floor to make a landing platform with our elytra and use the iron bars to give the gate a little bit more texture. Okay, I like the way this looks. We just need to light it up a little bit on the inside and the out. Make the arch a little bit more gradual with a couple of stairs, and then I think, you know what, right here, let's get a deep slate tile wall, oak fence, and lantern. For some light on the floor, I was thinking we could use some cobbled deep slate wall with some of the dark oak fence, and then we get some end rod right on top of it. And then for the hanging lights, we're going to use the mud brick walls right into the jungle fence, into the lightning rod, into the chain, into the end rod. And of course it's raining. It is always raining when I'm trying to build, but now that I'm thinking about it, there's not really any water that can get into the build. We've taken away all the water entry points. Now we can take away this wall here as well. This is no longer really serving a purpose. We can open it up to the rest of the build. Rainbow looking nice after the rain, and the build is looking nice as well. The only thing I'm thinking is some of the trim on the outside is looking a little plain. We could get down here and add some. And by trim, I just mean taking the wall out by one block, and then adding a bunch of stair variants every other block right under it. With a big build with empty walls, honestly, I think this makes it look a lot nicer. It gives it a little bit more character. And then that gives us the spacing to be able to make another window. So let's actually open this up, a 3x7 block. Now for the copper bulbs to get this lit up. These windows are looking good. Let's keep moving up just a little bit. We have the window under the arch, but no windows on this level. Let's actually just open it up by 9, a 3x3. Slap one of each stairs on each of the corners, and boom, that's pretty good. And I fell. And while we're up here, I thought we could do some little extra texturing. We could get some of the jungle trap doors around the mud brick corners. And in between all of the cobbled deep slate walls, we could get some of the fence gates up in here. I think in the middle, though, we take these two out and we replace them with some actual oak fences. That way, it's a little bit different. Then around this side, I can't believe I'm scaffolding with the andesite stairs right now, but we're going to use some of the fence gates and then of oak fence in the middle. And while we're on this side working on the texturing of the stone, I figured let's not forget this part right here. The trim can look good on the top of the build. It can also look good on the bottom of the build as well. Let's actually just wrap some of the stairs around the corner like this. I mean, yeah, the trim just gives it a lot more character. We're going to do this to every corner. Regarding all of the stones, I think we have pretty much added everything to the exterior that I would like to add. I've got a lot of the landscaping done. I might add some copper to the outside, but that's going to be for a little bit later. I'm going to wait for the rest of this to oxidize. For now, I think we can move on inside to get the interior done. Let's take the rest of this scaffolding out. Come with me real quick, and then let's hop in right here. You can see that we've already started gridding out a little bit, but I've kept the main circle here. Actually, let's fly up to the platform that we just created, and you can start to see the grid that I made right around the center circle. This thing is huge. And actually, now I'm thinking we should just take out the beacon. We're gonna have to move this thing outside. This thing has served its purpose, but it's gotta go. Emeralds were inside so long, I forgot how shiny they look in the sunlight. Time to get this thing back up and running. Let's get you popped in there. Boom, boom, and boom. Haste 2 is definitely the way to go. Now, since the beacon is gone, I can use this door again. And the outlines for the circle are still here, like I mentioned earlier. I started using some tuff, and my apologies for getting a little bit ahead on the interior. I was just a little bit sick, and so on stream, I was taking a little bit of time working with some ideas on the interior. But yeah, please forgive me. I don't really ever like getting too far ahead on the live streams, but this time I was a little sick, and so I just had a little bit extra time to work with some ideas. But yeah, please forgive me. I just had a little bit of extra time on my hands. Being sick, I wasn't able to record because strep throat basically rendered my voice useless. But we're back in action. I was trying to do a little spiral staircase here using the tuff, and I don't think it looks good. I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to replace it with the pale oak that I used on the circle. Very convenient that the tuff blocks are insta-mine. You can see there are two other circles, one larger and one smaller. They're made out of dirt, and that is to kind of create a barrier for the staircase. But I think what I'm going to do actually, though, is replace this. I'm going to start just making some deep slate tile barriers. This is going to help me guide the pale oak slabs all the way up. The room looks a little smaller with the barrier, but I feel like it's just going to help the staircase look a lot nicer throughout the build. We're gonna have to start working with a lot of trial and error, because the pale oak, it looks good right here, but it kind of just, it goes up a little bit too gradually, and it ends up meeting at a little bit later of a spot than I thought it would. But it almost meets in the middle, which is not too bad. We just need to kind of make the pale oak meet right about here. The entrance here is pretty cozy. The pale oak actually just winds all the way around. This ended up looking pretty nice, and if we go down in the middle, you can see some ideas that I started working with. The deep slate ended up not looking too bad, especially with the arch going into this side of the build. We're gonna have to figure out a nice entryway from this side as well. If we walk back in though, it starts to look a little bit like the weaponsmith trading hall. Decorated pots alternating with the chiseled tough bricks all the way back up to the top where we reach the waxed cut copper stairs. Black stone buttons are here to help, and the acacia trap doors, these are here to help as well. We're gonna get these over all of the tuff. In the corners, I thought it'd be nice to add a little bit of mud for some color. We can get some mud walls back into the jungle fence and then back into the mud brick wall right on the ceiling. In the center, we're gonna get some note blocks there. Okay, so that looks pretty nice. I really like this center room though. The acacia really pops. We have an acacia trapdoor right here. Boom. Okay, so and we have one right here that was missing as well. What am I doing? Anyways, the acacia really makes the center room pop, but something else that's gonna make it pop is the azalea flower. Boom, and the flowering azalea leaves right on top, as well as some white candles. This is gonna look good up against the nether brick and the pale oak. Oh my god, there are phantoms in here. This place is so big, there are actually phantoms spawning in this building. We need to get some stuff built on the second floor so this stops happening. You need to get out of here, bud. You can burn now. I don't know if we're going to keep the spiral staircase for the second level, actually. I do really like it for the first level, and I really like this opening here. My elytra is about to break, though. I'm glad I caught that. We need to get over to the weaponsmith trading hall. Let's just get this mended. Looks like most of the copper is oxidized. We should be able to grab that pretty soon. It is good to be back at Waxteros, guys. What is going on? Thanks for the mending. I feel like I haven't been coming back here enough. We've been focusing on the mason trading hall for so long. Everything is mended. Now we can head back and figure out what's about to happen to this second floor up here. Man, this build is looking exquisite now. We've been adding so much detail to the top. This is looking great. Now we can actually focus on what's going on in here. I have a feeling I'm going to continue some of this pale oak right in between the oak logs up top. So like I mentioned, I would like to keep an open space in the center. I'm going to use these spruce structural support beams right here to probably just bring it back, and we'll have a little bit of a balcony overhanging. Let's connect these two beams real fast. You know, I actually think that's a good height for the second floor, because we could have a staircase. It doesn't have to spiral, but it could be a staircase that leads up to this third level. That way the build keeps open. We have a second layer built for the trading, and the third opening here we can actually fly into still. It's going to work out pretty well. I think I'm going to use more oak planks. I decided I don't use enough oak anymore. I use all the other wood variants, but not enough oak, so I'm going to use it for floor in this build. No need to use all the wood types when oak is working just fine. Don't need to fix what ain't broken. I know this is a rectangular build. It's not really a square, but we could treat the center like one and start to add a couple more spruce pillars for the flooring. So actually, I think let's hop down here. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 over right. Okay, I think let's go down right here. In each of the staircases, there's going to be 2 spruce pillars that pop up in these corners. Get this guy connected, drop down, and make another pillar. I was thinking about leaving the spruce wood unstripped, but the stripped wood just looks a lot better. And we have an enderman in here, dude. What are you doing? Dude, no way you just set down that gravel right there in front of me. I mean, come on. The audacity. Are you kidding me, dude? I'm turning this into a flint. You're not picking that up again. Endermen these days, man. They are just always causing trouble. Look at him hiding back there. He knows what he did. Once we start hanging the lanterns from these spruce logs, that's when it really starts to feel like home. Got the oak filled in on the third floor right here. I think what we need to do, though, is actually pillar up a little bit on the outside to make the circle just a little bit more defined. Let's get that stripped. Actually, I'm not even sure why we put that stripped log there in the first place. I was going to use note blocks. Let's put these right here, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Maybe if we use some more upside down stairs for some support, we can bring over the note blocks like that. Let's take this guy out, and then let's actually take out 7 oak planks, slap these guys in, and then the circles should look a little bit more defined. Not too bad. Okay, actually, let's see what this looks like with the end stone walls here as well. We're going to slap some of the mangrove trapdoors here too. We did this exact same wall pattern in Waxteros as well. Well, alright, I mean, this is looking a lot more colorful already. We just need to figure out a way to get to and from that third floor. So I'm thinking maybe we just start a little staircase right here. Some of the areas that we turn into the grid here might need to be walled off, so I'm actually just going to make a fake room right here for right now. Mostly it's here to help me with the staircase, though. I might actually just keep it tube, and then I might make a wall of stone right here to the right side. We can make a platform of 4 right here, and then we move up again, up 1 more, and then again right here, we get 4, and then we can go right up this way. I wonder, can we take this? Oh, we can. Okay, so let's take this out. Let's make a nice new stone wall right here. And these are going to be all of the same blocks that we used on the outside walls as well. So we creep up the staircase, and we go around the side. We have a couple more slabs to place down, and this should reach perfect. Okay, nice. All right, now we're on the 3rd level. I did see an area that we need to fix, though. We kind of have to make sure that you can't see down to that 2nd level, so let's get some more spruce in every 2 blocks, I believe. This should work, but we also want the blackstone roof to stay consistent as well on the underside here, so we got to plug this in. And thinking about up top, we should get some stairs going into the wall as well. That actually looks pretty cool. Let's get one on the underside. Even in the corner beyond the wall, let's run over here. Let's get a spruce stair, and let's get some trapdoors up here also. I was thinking we could get some iron gates in the middle to separate the 2 staircases, and might as well just follow the trend of the note blocks outside of the oak planks. At least right now, there'll be a temporary block, because I'm not exactly sure what to do with the edge over here. Okay, not too bad, but I am thinking down here's a little bit too dark. We probably should just get some hoppers, let's get some chains hooked up, and let's use some lanterns. This should get everything lit up pretty well in the hallways. Not too bad, we got some natural light coming through, we got the lanterns right here, but we could continue some of the theme from the outside as well. Let's actually make a window right here with a 3x6 arch. Slap a stair down right there, and we'll move back 1 with the rest of these blocks. Slap some bulbs down, get these lit up. Not too bad, let's get this out of the way. Okay, we got ourselves a little bit more light. I was thinking we could also continue this piping over here on the 2nd level. Let's get 1, 2, 3 blocks away from the middle, and we'll get some decorated pots intertwined with some of the chiseled tough bricks. Slap some trapdoors, and that's looking pretty good. I feel like to give the piping a little bit more of a furnace effect, we should take out some of the blocks from the middle, maybe replace them with some stairs like this. And let's get some magma blocks right behind here. This actually might look kind of cool. That way it's not just a black stone wall, we actually have a little bit of activity going on back here. Over here is looking alright, but I believe over here is what's not looking too good. Maybe we should, let's get some scaffolding back up. Let's extend the black stone a little bit. Trying to connect some of the black stone and also cover up this cobbled deep slate that we have for the roof as well. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. What a crazy expression, by the way. I love how it's just a classic expression. We'll get some over here as well. But actually, you know what? Let's leave a little bit of an opening so we can actually look down from the 2nd level up here. Let's start with some white stained glass on this 1st level, and on the 2nd level, continue with some more white stained glass. Oh yeah, the glass was definitely the move. It's looking a lot cleaner over in the corners. Now let's fly up. Let's get into the corners over here. I'd like to be able to get a little staircase coming from right about here. We don't need to get back this far. This could be used for storage. So let's start maybe 1, 2, 3. Just need to keep using a little bit of trial and error, and actually maybe this is a little bit too far to the left. Let's take these ones out. Staircase right here looking a little bit better, and we can actually get some chiseled under it. Are we going to fill them up with books? I do not know. Okay, now this is nice and cozy. We can actually just come up the right side, actually connect this over here, and voila, we have 4 floors connected. Now this right here is not looking like a bad staircase. We got the chiseled bookshelves that are hugging the underside over here. Boom, we can get ourselves up to the 4th floor, no problem. I think I'm going to use some brick wall right here as a little bit of a wall, and then actually right on top, let's get some iron trap doors. Small wall, but it makes a big impact. Also, I tried to make it seem like the staircase was being hung up by a suspended spruce log system here, and I thought that looked pretty cool. Let's get a couple more spruce logs in here just to make that look a little nice, and a dark oak stair right there, and boom, looking good. Alright, I mean, for the most part, it's all decorated. I'm gonna have to get some details worked in, get some lights hanging, maybe a big chandelier. I'm not sure about that, but right now, I think with all of the decorations in place, we can start to think about where the villagers are gonna start trading from. I was thinking these first few rooms back here might actually be a good spot. Let me grab some copper from outside. This stuff has been oxidizing for days. We have more than enough to create some spaces for trading. Make a bunch of oxidized cut copper. Let's make some of the chiseled, some stairs as well. We can use these blocks in between some of the blackstone arched areas, get some cool designs flowing. Let's get an upside down stair up top and some stairs right there as well. These are going to create some nice stations, I believe. Let's make it a little bit more green by adding some glow berries. Let's make sure that this is not going to grow. Hold on, I'm going to have to jump up here and boom. Let's also get a torch flower just chilling right here. I like the way acacia looks next to the copper block, so I'm going to add some lanterns, and it's going to seem like a lot of light, but we're going to cover it up with the acacia trap door right here, and this is where the villagers are going to stand. Been building this for a while, so I'm pretty eager to get the villagers in here, but right here looks pretty decent. They're going to be trapped in there, and you know what? I like that a lot. I'm going to go work on getting the villagers in here, but actually I think it is nighttime, so right now we could actually work on catching a zombie. I lit this whole field up right here, but what we could do is just take out a couple of torches, fly away real quick, and some zombies will most definitely spawn. Turn it around, and we already have one. This is absolutely perfect. Okay, buddy, get up here. Make your way up the perfectly built stairs. These are nice and cozy, built just for you. We're gonna name this guy Z, and actually I have a bunch of spruce planks right now to keep him caught inside. Whoa, no, the wandering trader's here. Okay, hold on. We gotta stop this. Come this way. No, wait, stop doing this. Oh, wait, you guys gotta stop. I'm defending a zombie right now from the llamas. This is crazy. Oh, there's a baby zombie too. What is happening? Get out of here. Stop. This is absolutely terrible. All right, the zombie can just come this way. The wandering trader, I'll find him later. I don't know what that was about. And he is in. Okay, so I'm gonna close this door and ouch, dude. I'm just gonna build up right here and hopefully I can get this guy trapped in. Okay, so he's in the back corner and boom, you are done. This guy's not going anywhere. I'm gonna throw him a block, actually. Maybe he'll pick that up. He already has a name tag, but you know, if he has a block, that's just double reassurance. And wait, is the wandering trader in here? He is. Your llamas almost killed Z and you're selling me absolutely nothing. Get out of here, buddy. Get out of here. Well, that was a little dangerous. You guys may have noticed as I was getting Z into the building, there's a couple new details on the side. I've tried to get some campfires added to add a little bit of life to the side of the building as well as some copper. I'm really enjoying working with acacia and copper at the same time, as well as the resin. The resin and copper, they seem to work well together. But at last we can get the villagers in. A lot of these guys have still not gotten rid of their old jobs, but all right, well, here goes nothing. Let's make a little staircase for them. Got a little door opened up for them. This is gonna be great. You guys are gonna absolutely love your homes here. Alright, so all these guys should be loaded up to get to the other side first. We can load up the far side before we get this near side. And of course, it's raining when I start to get the villagers in. Of course. But I'm actually going to fly back to the starter base real fast. There's a couple more masons that actually made their way from the village over to the starter house. I've managed to set up a system where we trap them on this table. So I'm going to get a minecart right here, and we can get another minecart right here. But we're going to have to get them loose from this area. Hold on, get out of here. Buddy, hold on. Do I just push him out? He has absolutely nowhere to go. Hold on, wait, yes. Okay, he's in. Sent him around, and okay, perfect. He is gone. He's actually our first mason that's going to be sent over. Let's make sure that he gets in the spot that he's supposed to be in. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful trading hall we got. Let's see, is this guy going to be liking where he's living? I love walking over here now. It's awesome having this giant structure in the distance. Okay, so he's going down. He should go to the side, and he's going to move into the build down here. Perfect, okay. I can actually get here way before him. And okay, perfect. So this is actually going to get him right into the first location. Boom. I can get rid of this and put this here. I'm pretty sure this guy is not able to get out, but just in case, I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Once I get him out of the minecart, can he escape from this area, or is that not enough room? He should be stuck. I'm going to get rid of this barrier. We should be okay. I wonder if I even do this. Actually, no, because I put it from the bottom. Okay, perfect. You're stuck. And then on to the next one. Let's hop back up. We can actually start taking a couple of these guys over as well. Let's do this. Boom. It is so loud over here. I can't wait to get these guys separated. Let's send you down, bud. You are victim number 2. I mean, worker number 2. Now we can run over. Let's push this guy in a little bit further. We can get a stone cutter in, and boom. Now we just kind of wait for this guy to lose his job, and well, he lost his job, actually. We just need him to turn into a mason. But while we're waiting on that, let's work on number 3. Let's get you down there, bud. You don't need to be hiring up here any longer. You can just hire over here instead. Let's get you nice and tight right back in there. Okay, boom. This guy's a mason. Perfect. You may have noticed that we started using some of the piping in here as well. I'm probably going to do this in every room with the tuff, with the deco pots back into the tuff. I mean, it just looks good, especially when you start using the trapdoors. It looks great. I think we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 on each side. Okay, here comes 32 villagers. Got another baby villager from the village. Dude, you are on your way to becoming a mason. Thank you for your life's hard work. I'm going to follow this guy out to the trading hall because once we fill up the bottom, I'm going to start putting him in the top sections. Here he comes. We're up on the 4th floor right now. He should be getting sent down to the 2nd floor because the 3rd floor down here, we already have that filled up. As you can see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on each side. This guy is going to go down here right now, and we do have a baby that is perfectly in his place. Let's go ahead and just get a stone cutter right there. Boom, you're set. Take this away and get ready for the next one. These guys are getting pretty loud now. We have 32 villagers on the bottom section. Actually, if I fly over here, I was thinking about getting 4 more. We have 4 more spots where we could get some extra villagers in, and so I think I might just move this guy to this corner and another guy over to this corner, and then 2 more on the other side. And he is in. Let's get this stone cutter. Boom, you're good to go, and boom, you're good to go. In the corners, you can see I started to try to get a little bit more decoration with some basalt newly added to the build, some more spruce, because it's in every room except for here, so I wanted to get some spruce in. But on the side, I wanted to get some more basalt pillars. I don't know if it looks good right here, though. I think I'm going to replace it with some nether brick. Move up the side like this, and move into a stair. Boom, and boom, back to the brick. And that looks a lot better. It pops a lot more. I'm about to go decoration crazy in here. You know what else might pop? This lever. Actually, wait, that's not a lever. That's an upside-down stair. This lever right here facing down. Let's get that acacia trapdoor back up where it's supposed to be. Let's go boom, and then right here we go boom, and then let's break this down. That is a little bit too far down for me. I was trying to get low enough so I could place the lightning rod like that into the floor, and okay, well, now we need to get down here and grab this back. Only one way to find out if we can jump back up. Ooh, we did it! Okay. That was dangerous. It's going to be nice to get all of these lightning rods in place. These always make for some good extra decoration. Alright, and that's looking much better already. I kind of want to get the ceiling connected just a little bit. We could start to work with some more of the blackstone walls like this. Get some spruce fence in the middle. That kind of, I mean, that's going to bring the build together a bit. Let's do the same thing on this side with 2 dark oak fences. While we're waiting for some baby villagers to be created back there at the village, we can start to lock in these guys' trades. You are now going to be masons forever. Thank you guys very much for your service. And when it turns to almost night, like right about now, I need to fly back to the village just to make sure that they're actually making some more villagers. I don't have an official villager breeder in this world yet, so this is still acting as the villager breeder. I need to walk back over here, make sure these guys are just making all the villagers they can, just dumping some bread on them every now and then. Eat the bread, eat all of the bread. Looks like we got one more. Dude, hop right into that minecart. That was absolutely perfect. Whoa, 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 wait, hold on. I'm just gonna push this into you. Dude, he is basically in the minecart, but just won't get in. That was tragic. What was that? I'm watching you, but ooh, right on the minecart right here. You're almost there. I'm just gonna push you right in. Yes. Okay, see you later, bud. Time for you to go become a mason. Off to a wonderful life of hard work. See you later, dude. Feel like he should be coming around the corner any second. There he is. What's going on, buddy? Okay, I must have reached here a long time before him. Let's head down, and you're going right into your spot next to the other baby. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom, stonecutter. These guys have all grown up, so I can actually take their minecarts back and recycle them. Thank you, boys. And while I'm here, I'm going to lock in your trade. You are good to go. A lot of the details are in, and all of the villagers are in. We have a total of 66. Might as well get all of the dirt out of here. And the phantoms are back, of course. Where are you guys? Oh, Jay, get out of here! Hey! Finally replaced the floor down here with some pale oak and some quartz. It actually looks very nice. I like this a lot. I think that, yep, a couple of the babies turned into adults. Let's get you guys out of the minecarts. I believe that was 64, 65, and 66 back there. In the middle, as you can see, we got some pitcher plants throughout the build, trying to make this place a little bit more colorful. And then the last guy right here in the minecart, that is it. Okay, this is perfect. Also, you'll see redstone lamps throughout the build. I've been putting these in here without even turning them on. I just love the texture of them and the light shimmering off of them when you run past. It's just pretty cool, so I decided to put them everywhere in the build. I want to fly up to the top level. Ouch. Okay, hold on. Let's take out some of the end walls here. Get you out and you out just to make it seem a little bit more open. I'm going to get some bamboo fence gates in there, and we're going to do this everywhere else as well. This might be my new favorite building in this world. I have just been trying to add as many colors as I possibly can, getting buttons where I can. I just started putting in some greenery down on the first floor. I'm gonna get the rest of the peonies over here and show you what I did. It takes about 15 moss blocks. Put these right on top of the staircase, actually. If we put all the peonies in, I'll show you exactly where this is laying on top of one right here and then one right here, I believe. Let's jump down. I made the staircase look a little bit cleaner. We can hop in. We have lighting coming from the end rods up top and on the side, and then we can go into the middle, and I think this is looking like 95% done. Just a couple of small details up in here, like some of these green candles. That's gonna look nice. Kind of just working our way back down to the bottom. I have some of this area decorated, but maybe getting some candles right here would look pretty cool too. Not necessarily for the lighting, just for the ambiance. Also, you might notice a little bit more color in the corners of the first floor. I tried to add some more bookshelves and some orchids to make it look nice. In the bottom part of the trading hall, we do have some areas. I'd like to create some desk space. Let's get some of the upside down brick stairs right here to create a 3x3 desk, and actually right here we're going to create another one that involves some slabbage. Also, a candle in the middle of these tables would look pretty good too. No table is complete without a cake, and we got to do it at each side of the room so everybody can see the cake. Gotta work on getting some flowers in, that's for sure. We have a bunch of different colors of tulips. This should make it pretty nice. Slap some amethyst down on the table as well. And no table is complete without a couple of sea pickles, or maybe over here just adding a couple of sea turtle eggs. For some extra lighting, I grabbed some extra materials. I think maybe some more orange in here could look pretty nice. Let's get some more height up on that, and then we can get the lanterns hanging down. Redstone lamps with a brewing stand on top. I think that always looks pretty nice. I like that a lot. We could replicate that in a couple other spots as well, like right in the middle here. Let's fly up. Let's see if I can land right on the nether brick. Plop down right here. Okay, perfect. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we just need 8 of them. Then we can use the oak trap doors right there. Boom, in between all of them. Slap some lanterns down in the corner, and our middle table's looking pretty nice. I'm gonna fly up to the top as well. We have some tables over here. We could get some of the same lighting. Let's get the fences up. 1, 2, and then boom, boom. Lantern right there, and then we can just jump up, get the redstone lamps on top. Not too bad. Actually, you might notice as well, I tried to get some more flowers pretty much all over the build. You'll see that there are some sunflowers all the way over here, and then I have some cherry flowers all the way over here. We have pitcher plants all the way up here. The lilacs even in the corner of this staircase, which, by the way, I hope you guys enjoy the looks of the staircase. I tried to make it as cozy as possible. It feels nice to have a seamless transition between rooms. If we fly out and then all the way back in, you can see we have an area to drop all the way down to the center from here, and all the greenery is looking pretty nice from up here, but we can jump down to the staircase, looking pretty cozy over here, and then if you take a right, you can make some trades, or you can go down to the stairwell. And actually over here, you might notice there's some brick that I tried to turn into some ovens, taking up a little bit of space down here, and I tried to leave nothing undetailed, even all the way back here. You can see down into the bottom part through the white stained glass, but we can hop through. This is actually a barrier that I tried to create, so I don't actually just get up there. There's nothing to see, so why go back there? That's why I put a barrier here. Now I want to take a look outside real quick just to build the last corner. I was waiting for some more oxidation, for some copper. Now we can get the details out here going as well. First things first, let's start with the resin on the bottom. Count 1 block away and start to move into a circle. Get some waxed copper bulbs lit up right above these. Then we're going to take some oxidized copper and run it all the way, maybe I can just get right here, all the way into the wall. Now we can create some more copper bands that are on the wall. 1, 2, 3. Let's count up and place that. We'll get you right there, and get it chiseled in the middle. Then I kind of want to count 1 over here as well and do the same thing on the side. All of the oxidized cut copper, I'm going to take some acacia trap doors and plop them right on top. I think it looks great. We're going to get some acacia trap doors wrapped up around the copper bulbs and around the resin, and then we're going to finish up the stone brick walls here on the furnace on the outside. We even got some stone to wrap around the bottom here for just a little bit more depth. Now with everybody in place, all of the trades seem to be looking good. I have the railing system set up, connected over to Z, because I'd like him to start zombifying all of the villagers. I'm going to push this guy back. I mean, I guess I'm not sure if he's going to fit in. Can I push this way? Got this guy hooked up to the train track. Ouch, that kind of hurt. I have a feeling he is going to be smacking me up quite a bit. Hold on, buddy. You're going in circles. I'm going to put on the chest plate, and I'm going to push this guy right back onto the track. There we go. Temporarily gonna have to just move their stone cutters. That guy just keeps smacking me up. I'm gonna move him right here. I'm gonna get out of the way. I hear somebody getting smacked up, unfortunately. Sorry about that, dude. That guy is for sure zombified back there. And I mean, it's really not that big of a difference. We're only gonna do this one time to every villager because pretty much everything's a one-for-one trade. And when you get to the masters for the quartz and the terracotta, it's all just one-for-one except for when you're trading the stone and granite and other various blocks of sorts. Time to take this out and just move this guy. I'm gonna get smacked up quite a bit. Do the same thing on this side right here. Let's jump over, push you in. He is getting smacked up real quick. Okay, perfect. So now we can get these stone cutters back in. Let's move this guy out of the way. Get to the next section of villagers, please. Oh man, I'm just gonna have to watch my health. You take out these guys real quick, and I'm gonna focus on taking this out, going right here. Then we can take out you and take out you. Throw a splash potion of weakness over here. Slap a golden apple into you and a golden apple into you. This is going to be a long, repetitive process, but once it's done, it's going to be nice and rewarding. Since these masons are trading a lot of terracotta, I'm going to grab all of the terracotta that we've gathered throughout this series. We made a terracotta storage back this way, but it doesn't necessarily have to be for terracotta. We can make this for something else because I kind of want to move all of this back to the Mason Trading Hall. Let's take all of these frames out. Unfortunately, I mean, this looks cool, but we're just going to use this room for something else. When all of these blocks are in the shulker box together, it looks pretty cool, even when they're all not glazed. Now we'll have a little bit more space if we take a left in here. I have little storage rooms on each side of this giant trading hall. We can have one over here as well, but I'm starting over here. I'm going to use the glazed terracotta and each of the unglazed variants right under it. Or right on top, I mean. Man, I've been doing a lot of tucking, but this looks pretty nice. Also, I think I just heard them get unzombified. Yep, there he is. What is his trades going down to? Okay, so that's pretty nice, actually. If we get a bunch of clay balls, we can sell them and get them for cheap bricks. I don't even really know why I would ever do that, though. We also have kind of cheaper trades for the andesite and the granite and the stone, which is exactly what we were looking for. We get the lime green, then we get the green in the middle, followed by the cyan all the way in the back. The last room here is going to have a couple extra rows of chests, but that's okay. We have all of the terracotta in place for storage. Now, if we go back here, we have the other colors. If we go back here, we have the rest of them. I think in the last corner, we could get some quartz back here. I have a nether storage system back at home, but we could start saving some space by bringing the quartz out here, too. Quartz storage looking nice in here now. Not too bad. Oh man, this is... okay, this place is looking nice. If we go all the way over here, we have all of these villagers set and ready. 32 of them on the ground level, going all the way into this main area where the sun is shining through. This is just gorgeous. This is absolutely my new favorite build in this world. I spent way too much time on this for it not to be. 8 villagers right here and 8 on the other side to make 16 villagers on the second floor. Loving the rose bushes, the azaleas, and the peonies. So green. I love this. This is awesome. Let's go up to the 3rd floor. Let's round up the staircase here. I put brand new iron towers in the center. Running over, you can see we have villagers. You can go up the staircase. I haven't put any books in yet. I need to get more leather to get more books. That's a problem. But you can see it goes 360. You can see down from here. The 3rd level, you get a nice view, but you get an even nicer view from the 4th level. Up top, we finally have places to sit. It is nice and cozy. We have all types of greenery up here. And you get a good view of a lot of the other villagers from the 3rd floor. Flying up into the dome, we get so many good views from the top, man. This is great. I love this build. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a comment trying to name that cat. I'm trying to get a good name. I can't wait to get all of the Twitch chatters named after the Masons as well. Feel free to stop by anytime. We do stream every single day. It's twitch.tv/WaxFraud. Streaming every morning at around 11 a.m. CST, and we're doing a lot more YouTube streams lately. Like I said earlier, feel free to stop by anytime as well. Again, thank you all so much for watching. You guys rock. Thank you for being a part of the community. Appreciate y'all so much. Make sure to take care of yourselves, do something nice for somebody, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. I just tried to fly up into the dome for the outro and just completely biffed it. I'm now in the wall of brick right here. This is terrible. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day. See you guys. Until next time, I'm just gonna try to work on my outros. You guys have a good night. Hi everybody, WaxFraud here, and welcome back to the 1.21.5 Hardcore series. Today's gonna be a good one. We are building a barn and giant farmland for all the new mob variants. We have new cows, new chickens, new pigs, and a bunch of new plant updates as well. Today, during episode 15, I'm going to try to find as many mobs and blocks from the new update as I can. Also, I can bring them back here to this world that I have been building. And by the way, thank you guys for watching the last episode. We built the Mason Trading Hall. It is massive, by the way. This thing is huge all the way out here beyond the river. Let's land right on top of the library. Boom. Okay, you guys, this thing is enormous. We have 66 villagers to trade with in here. We have every single color of terracotta. We have all the quartz. We have all the bricks we could ever need. This thing is great. And by the way, you might notice that the continuity of the glass, it's not really there. Well, that's because the continuity mod is not working right now. Like I mentioned, I did upgrade to 1.21.5, and the continuity mod is not upgraded to 1.21.5 yet. So we just have to wait patiently. It's not that big a deal. I mean, it still looks fine. We just got to take it back to vanilla Minecraft with the glass for a moment. My guess is that sometime during this video, we might end up getting that mod updated, and you'll start to see the glass just be connected. But luckily today, we're just building a barn in a giant farmland area, so I don't think we're going to be using too much glass anyways. But back to talking about the Mason Trading Hall. This thing took me about a month to build. Well, one, because I was a little bit sick, and two, because this thing is just absolutely huge. It took so long to build. But it was worth it. I love this trading hall. This is my new current favorite build in the world, by the way. I've just been spending as much time in here as I can, trying to get as many of the colors of terracotta built up so I can get to building with all of these. Be on the lookout for many, many builds in this series that are going to start containing terracotta in them. I'll even try to add some in today, but I am just building a barn and a farm, so I'm not sure how much terracotta I'm going to be able to use. Flying back into the world, we have the Mason Trading Hall, which is the farthest thing away from home at the moment, but today, up on the hill where the beacon is, we're going to start to build something pretty far away. Right now, up here on the hill, we have Turtlantis, and then we have the house that's built on the other side. There's spiders everywhere down there. So at the moment, I'm playing with a 20 chunk render distance. You can see one village out here. You can see a plains village out here as well. The mountain village, this one's going to be very cool to revamp. I'm going to sleep real quick. One, because we got mobs, and two, because I'm trying to get a better view real quick of this farm area. These guys are so scared. They're just pacing back and forth, and now they're sprinting off. Man, when the sun's coming up, it's just gorgeous. We have the meadow over here, a meadow all the way over here with a tiny little snowy mountain. This is going to be nice in the background. This one's a little bit nice too. So right next to the Plains Village, I'm going to revamp this whole area, do a little bit of landscaping, flatten it out. Maybe not entirely flatten it out. I do want it to be a little bit hilly in some spots, and it doesn't necessarily need to be all on one Y level. Might have to cover up this ravine, though. That might, this thing might get in the way for sure of a decent-looking build. But you can see we have the turtle sanctuary over here with that house that's on the edge of the town. What I'm going to probably do is take some dirt from this area, use it to fill in some areas over here so we can flatten it out in some of the parts and to kind of fill up that ravine. This ravine is probably gonna have to go. Sorry about it, dude. And you know what? While we're in the sky, let's head out. Let's go find some of those new mobs. I cannot wait to have all these new mob variants back at home. It's going to be amazing. I'm taking this beehive. That's mine. Oh, and by the way, I just remembered, look at the leaf particles falling off of every tree now. This is amazing. Probably my new favorite part of the update. I can't decide having these little particles fall from every single leaf in the game or the fact that they answered our wishes and made grass much quieter. I can actually think while I'm taking the grass out. It's outstanding. And even if you go back to the dirt is much louder right now than the grass itself. Wow, this right here just looks beautiful. I just had to stop for a moment to take a look at this side of this mountain. This is gorgeous. The water's just so green in this mountain area. We may have to fly a little farther than I thought, just because, you know, it's almost day 5,000. What are we at? Day 4,861. So yeah, we're almost at day 5,000. By the end of this video, we'll be hitting that milestone. We probably have to fly out a couple thousand blocks. I love exploring. We already found a sunken ship. Let's get some treasure. I'll take what's ever in here. Thank you. Don't need it, but I got it. And let's see what's over here. Ooh, that's what we need. Thank you. Let's see what the suspicious stew does. Is it gonna kill me? Nope, it's gonna give me superpowers. Let's go. So where is this treasure? It looks like we're pretty close already. Trying to find this before it turns to night. Ooh, okay, we're actually almost there. Flying in. Ooh, we got some turtles out here. What's up, turtles? And it looks like have we been here? Nope, that's not me. Yeah, that is not me. That's just a natural cave. What is that noise, by the way? Are you guys hearing that? I don't know if that sound is a part of the update, but it's kind of creepy. I mean, I'm on a beach. I feel like it shouldn't be a creepy sound. Looks like the treasure is right here, and I have not been here before. Let's dig down. Should have just done the 9-9 trick, but you know what? Never mind. We found it, and there's the heart of the sea. To be honest, I'm just going to get rid of the feathers, the potatoes, the bowls, and the carrots, the stuff that we really, truly don't need. And I'll replace it with these nicer materials. I always like collecting these potions of water breathing too, because I don't really ever craft them, so it's just nice to collect them through the treasure chests. Looks like we are out far enough to see some of the update right here. Look on the ground. Look at this. We have some flowers. These wildflowers look amazing. I can't wait to put them next to all the pink petals all over the ground. Between all the wildflower, the leaf litter on the ground, and the pink petals, this is all just going to start looking amazing. And what do we got right here? These things look pretty nice. What is this? This is just a bush. It's about dang time they added a bush to the game. Minecraft has been depriving us of the bush for years. Honestly, kind of funny, I never thought about that. We have grass, we have trees. How come the bush was never added? Oh, look at this! We have trees that are just fallen on the ground. I love the generation of the terrain. Look at the little mushroom on the tree. This game just got so much cooler, and I'm pretty sure these are just regular old pigs. Yep, let's go this way. I'm pretty sure I saw some leaf litter on the ground. I did. What is this? Let's go. All you have to do is go to a regular forest. You can find yourself some wildflowers, some leaf litter, and some bushes. This is great. As you can tell, I'm pretty excited for this update. I'm one that gets pretty excited about every Minecraft update. I just love that they update it so frequently. I have absolutely zero complaints. This is awesome. I hope they keep updating it as much as they are. Regular old chickens, huh? Get out of here. I'm looking for the new chicken. You guys aren't new. What are you doing being old? I see some dolphins down here, which means there's probably another sunken ship. Never mind, it's just okay, there, he's throwing a trident at me. That's not very nice, dude. I'm gonna have to get you now. I'm gonna go over here. You haven't even hit me once. I'm gonna hit you. You still haven't even hit me once. Hold up, let me just go this way. You gone. Here you go, buddy. You can take your friend's flesh, and I'll see you later. I'll come back to this at some point. We don't need to explore. Oh, thank you for the grace. Got out of there really quick. Whoa, okay, so this is exactly what I'm looking for right here. Let's take the shears out. Look at the bush. This thing is awesome. We now have a firefly bush as well. This is a successful trip already. I love how you can just be on a little island like this where most of it's a stony shore. It's all gray, but you can go over here and it breathes so much life. There's just wildflowers on the ground. We have leaves falling from the trees. This is absolutely amazing. I think I might have said this after every update, but this one really is my favorite update in a long time. As someone who likes to decorate a lot, this is absolutely heaven. Found a village up here. Everybody is spawning in. What's going on, guys? How you doing? Plains villages look a lot cooler with all the dandelions on the ground, all of the wildflowers in between. There's so many animals, and you know what? I'm gonna let them out. There's way too many animals in there. Kinda nice running into a village now. I've been running low on hay bales. I mean, all the wheat has been taken a while, so I'm just gonna steal it from the villages from now on. That's what I used to do. Why don't I just keep doing it? I completely forgot about the nitwits. I'm gonna make a nitwit sanctuary this season. I was gonna do it in the last season, but we ran out of time, I guess. But we're gonna do it this season. Grab these last couple of hay bales and continue the search for the new cows and the new pigs and the new chickens. Ooh, okay, so a savannah's over there. We might be able to see... Okay, wait, hold on. Let's block these guys from being able to get up here. What do we got in... Ooh, I'll take the bottle of enchanting. Thank you. Mend up my elytra real quick. And what does this goat horn sound like? Absolutely lovely. I'm going to take this out just so I know that I've been here. And I think we should fly... Ooh, we have allays. Look at all these guys. Ow! What are you guys all doing right... Why are you doing that? This is menacing. Look at all these guys. They're trying to create one single organism down here. I think most of them are gone, at least. I'm gonna hop down here. Let's let them free. You guys are able to get out. Yes, you're free, buddy. Live your lives. I'm gonna give you an item. Ow, he hit me. Got very distracted by the allays. I completely forgot that they're gonna keep spawning. And there's bushes all the way out here, too. That's awesome. Okay, let's just take this. These guys better not hurt the allays. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. And you're done, too. Nice. We're in a flower forest out here. We found another beehive. I'm gonna take out the potatoes and take the bees. Let's fly to the savannah. We have an armadillo right here. What's up, dude? How you doing? I love finding these guys naturally. They're so cute. We have the allays with us, so we have 2 more friends on the journey. I need to find these cows. Or the pigs or the chicken. Really, any of them will do. I'm trying to find as many as I can before we take them home. Whoa, this dog is super cool too. No, get away! Get away from the sheep! Don't do it! Don't do it! Well, fine. I guess if you want it, you can have it. Okay, I guess now we have 3 friends on the journey. We have 2 allays and 1 pup. Oh, look at we have the pigs! We found the pigs! Okay, we have so many friends on the journey now. I'm taking these pigs home. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth, but we're gonna find these... Oh, I see a cow! Yes, there they are. These guys are amazing. Look at them. This is awesome. Well, the goal is to just get 2 of each of these variants back so that we can breed them back at home. No way. On the way down, we found the chicken too. Okay, you're coming with me, bud. I know you don't wanna, but you have to. You might have heard through the grapevine what happens to chickens in this world, but not you, dude. You're different. Well, I think the new dog just disappeared immediately, but that's alright. We'll find him eventually. I'm about 2,200 blocks away from home right now, so this is gonna be a heck of a journey. I might go live for this one. Seeing all the new animals in the distance on the hill, this is awesome. I love this update. Also, the Happy Ghast update, that seems awesome. I cannot wait to get that implemented into the world. Before we go ahead and set up a farm for the rest of the cold variants of each of these animals, I'm going to set up a small pen or coop for these chickens real quick. Let's get these guys over here. Should be enough. Let's just do that real quick. Oh, he tried to escape. Hold on. Get back here, guys. I have wheat seeds. Come on. Get back in here. No problemo for you. Let's go 1, 2, and you're good to go. Let's make a baby chicken. You guys are a little bit too far. 1 and 2, and you know what? You get a wheat seed too. Baby chicken. Look at this guy right here. That is awesome. Oh, and I hear the puppy barking. He's got like a smaller bark, and I know that the puppies have new personalities in this game. Yeah, he's got a small bark right there, as you can see. I think this is the cute puppy bark. If you guys want to name this guy, feel free. Oh, no, that actually reminds me. How could I have forgotten? The cat at the house. I did choose a name. I just skipped past it in my to-do list for this episode. I'm going to get him back to place over near this crafting table. But right here, we have Howie the house cat. I loved that name in the comments section, and that's the one I decided to choose. You guys rock. Thank you for choosing all the names for the animals in this world. Howie, I hope you enjoy your spot here looking out at the lake. Now, for this dog that we found in the savannah, this guy right here, he needs a name, so I'm gonna need some help real quick. This might be my new favorite dog, though. This guy is pretty cool. I have some wheat on me. Let's make a new baby cow of the red variant. Oh, the horns are so big on his head. That's awesome. And, oh, wait, these guys have noses. That's awesome. I'm gonna put this guy on a lead so he doesn't walk away. Wait, do I need to get... Yep, I need to get him right here. Ooh, these guys are just dropping eggs like none other. Hold on, let me see if I can get another chicken. Oh, what a waste. It's alright, we're gonna set up some chicken coops pretty soon for these new chickens and get a bunch of eggs. I know it's kinda cold next to spawn, so let's head towards the iron farm over here. Also, something cooler, the sheeps right here. I mean, if you look at the colors, they have no white at all. This is just a gray sheep. Around the face, there used to be some white, and now it is only gray. Okay, we've arrived at the iron farm, and I remember there being taigas over here, and I think some snowy plains this way, so we're gonna arrive at something pretty soon if we just keep on flying. Here's a taiga, but I'm pretty sure we ended up over here in episode 1. This kind of looks familiar. I'm not sure if this is all new. We'll have to find out. If we go deeper into this mega taiga, we can start to probably see the cows and pigs. Those are a little bit easier to spot. Couple of spruce wolves here. What's going on? I'm pretty sure I have one of these guys back at home. Actually, let me double check. I'm pretty sure I have one of these guys over at the iron farm. There should be a pup that greets us at the end of the railroad track right here. And there is. What's going on, buddy? Oh man, that noise on the sand, it really, I don't know if I like it or not. It's kind of cool. I do like the ambient noise in this game now. It is awesome, but wow, it's kind of a strange noise for the beach for sure. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Coming up on a taiga village right here, so there should be some pigs and some cows. There usually are. Oh, what do you know? I landed next to a couple of them right here. That was pretty lucky. I wonder if there's pigs in this village too, because if there are, we can take back all 4 of them. If there's chickens, oh, whoa, I gotta get out of here. This is crazy. I'm gonna take that out. My goodness, we are freezing right here. Okay, well, this was immediately powdered snow. Hope the villagers haven't been falling in here either. That was right away. Need to get me some leather boots if I'm gonna be hanging out over here. I hear chickens clucking, and I see chickens. We have the blue chickens right here. Let's go. Okay, hopefully there's no foxes around. Let's make a baby chicken real quick, just in case. Get over here, buddy. Ooh, this guy's got a nice hairdo. Come on, bud, get over this way. And there's a baby chicken. Okay, we have an entire family. Let's go. We got chickens for days over here. Let's take them back to the village for sure. These guys give us some blue egg. Look at this. We got some blue eggs and some brown eggs today. I'm gonna use one of these guys' houses to sleep real fast. Is there a bed in here? Yes, there is. Is it me or did the rabbits get smaller? That thing is tiny. Hey, calm down, dude. You don't want to hurt yourself. So we have the cows. We have some chickens down there. Now I need to find the pigs somewhere in this valley. And this right here is natural Minecraft terrain generation. I did not leave this one spruce tree here. This was already here. With the new terrain generation, you're going to find random logs all over the ground. Luckily, this guy's trapped, so he's an easy catch. Let's take you out, boom, and let's actually just wrap these guys up next to this little town center. I'm going to jump down right here. These guys should be all... Okay, never mind. They all took damage, and I'm going to wrap you guys up right here. Just chill while I do the do. This needs to be done right here, and let's go get some more chicken eggs. I'm taking 2 of these guys just to see what happens. I know I'm taking the risk of seeing a couple foxes on the way. I don't want to run into them, but we just gotta take these guys back home. I'm leaving the other chickens over there just in case we do run into some foxes. I'm gonna have to come back and get more chickens. Here goes nothing. We got 6 more animals that we gotta take home. We're about 1,000 blocks away from home. Yep, about 1,500 blocks away. I love running into these fallen trees. This is awesome. I know I keep saying it, but the game is so much more enhanced now. This rocks. Who thought I'd be this psyched about a bush? I don't know if these guys are gonna perish on their way down the hill here. It's pretty steep, so I'm making 1 more cow just in case. Everybody just take it easy. We're gonna take it slow. Slow and steady wins the race down the steep mountain. There's no reason to take any damage. Everybody just chill. Looks like we might be okay. I don't want to say anything too soon. Let's just get to the water. Everybody be safe in the water down here. There we go. We got 3 cows, 2 pigs, 2 chickens. It's a good day right now. Gotta swim about 1,000 blocks, but it's no biggie. Wait, this guy better not have a trident. Nobody down here better have a trident. The moon's looking cool. That creeper's looking majestic. And these animals are learning how to swim. It's like episode 1 all over again. I'm getting all my cows, pigs, and chickens. Well, I've definitely been here before. This is probably where the first lush cave was that I found. I've been following this river for a while to get out of here. Please do not shoot any of my animals. Those skeletons are terrible, and I could just sleep to get them out of here, but, you know, I kind of want to conserve some time. We don't have too much time before the 5,000 day video. This is exactly where we went in the beginning of the series to go get the lush cave materials. I love this. That's very nostalgic. That guy over there has a trident. I'm going around the rock this way. The sun is rising. It's a beautiful day to continue learning how to swim for a couple miles at a time. Whoa, I thought this guy had a trident. He's just got a fishing pole. Get out of here, dude. Oh, what is that noise? Dude, that guy needs to get away. He's hitting my cows. He's hitting my cows. Oh, dude, stop. I do not like that. Wait, I don't think he was hitting anything. I think that's just the noise that the tridents make now. That's actually kind of cool. Never mind, it's not that cool, especially when they start to almost hit you. Pig, what are you doing? You must come with me. That trident sound is terrifying. Home sweet home. You can see the resin farm now. You can see Armadilliopolis. Okay, let's continue moving. It was a long journey, but we still have a ways to go. We gotta go to the complete opposite side of town. I have to go back because a pig decided he didn't want to come with us. Where is he? Dude, what are you doing over here? Come on, hold on, buddy. Kid. I know in this update they gave dogs personalities, but that'd be hilarious if they also gave cows, pigs, and chickens personalities too. Like if there was an angry chicken or an angry cow or an angry pig, that'd be awesome. We've finally made it to the beacon. We've made it to the top of the mountain. It's been so long. Let's put the pigs right here at the end. Let's take this cow. What are you doing? Let's take these cows and put them here. And then the chickens, they're already trying to run. Let's take you here and take you here. I'm gonna build a connecting chicken coop right next to the yellow chickens. Now we have all the chickens we could ever need. Take you out, take you out. You guys are free temporarily, and now you're not. These guys rock. I love their haircuts. This right here is temporarily my new favorite mob. I still love the Minecraft turtle, but these blue chickens, these guys rock. That guy over there, though, he does not rock. Actually, I know what he deserves. He deserves this right here. Take that, Buster. I don't even want your egg. Get out of here. Before we head on our journey, though, I feel like it's only right that we make 2 baby pigs. We got you right here and another baby pig right here. Hold on, we gotta get in between all these guys. Of course, another Enderman is out here to wreck the landscape. Good job, buddy. Okay, never mind about the baby chickens, dude. These baby pigs, these guys are pretty cute. We may only need to find one desert, but if the desert is too small and doesn't have any cactus or any, like, desert grass, then, I mean, what's the point? We gotta find another one. I saw in the new update that camels pretty much spawn everywhere in the desert now, not only in the desert villages, so that's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to show you guys this. I wasn't recording for a little bit because I was flying around not really finding much, and then I stumbled upon this right here. This is insane. Look at all of this. There's so much to do in this area. It's a giant circle. We got a lava lake right here. We have a lush cave surrounding this entire circle. You can fly in here. You can see that there is a lush cave that goes all the way back. Let's go all the way over here. You have a lush cave up top as well. If you perch up here, this is pretty sweet. You have a bunch of land to build on in here, and I'm actually going to take this spore blossom. This one's easy pickings right here. And there was one right here that I'm going to take. I just need to jump down. There we go. If you get down to water level also, the lush cave on this side is pretty sweet. It is amazing. This thing is awesome. If anyone's wondering the coordinates, I'm at -130, -1,751. This is a crazy location to build a base. And what do you know? There's 2 puppies up here. What? There's 2 puppies on the... How are you guys ever going to get down from here? I have some bones. You guys are about to be my friends. Thank you, guys. All right, let's go. Let's take you guys home. All right, you guys chill here for just a moment. I'm going to get the crying obsidian. I'll be right back. It's all going to be okay. Looks like there's a little bit of gold down here, too. I really hope the dogs don't try to follow me. They will try to follow you. I'm actually going to take them a little bit further away. I don't want you guys getting caught up in a magma block. I'm pretty sure the generation of the chests is a little bit different as well. We can find lodestones more often. We didn't this time, but I'm pretty sure you can find them more often now. Okay, we got the gold, we got the crying obsidian pups. We can go home. We have got so many new animals today. This is wild. We made it back home. Are the puppies here? Okay, he landed here before me. So did this guy. Let's go. It's kind of awesome that dogs transport to you as well, like that right there. I can just fly with a rocket over here, and you know what they do? They just use their rockets as well, and they just fly right over here. What was that? That was a crazy noise. These dogs and their personalities, they're making some wacky noises right now. Cows, pigs, and chickens meet pup 1 and pup 2. Actually, wait, this is pup 2 and pup 3. I completely forgot up here we have pup 1. Let's get you guys sat down on the beacon. Boom and boom, thank you. We have 3 brand new beautiful dogs. This is awesome. I might be wrong, but I think we have all of the dog types in this game now. I'm gonna fly back down to the house. We're gonna re-up on rockets real fast, and then I can make my way to the desert. That was a fun little detour right there. I always love having a little bit of time to make for some dogs. You can never be in too big of a hurry to rescue a pup from a cliff. Every single abandoned portal that I see, I'm gonna go down there, because I'm pretty sure we can get lodestones a lot easier now. And you can, yep, there we go, and you can craft them too, which is pretty cool. I kind of want to see the crafting recipe for lodestones. Let's see right here. It looks like, yeah, it looks like 1 iron ingot, and the chiseled stone bricks, we need 8 of them. Not too bad. These are pretty cool blocks. These could be pretty cool floor designs. I have a feeling you guys are going to be seeing a little bit of lodestone action up in the floors pretty soon. Generating some new jungle, and if you look over here, generating some brand new savanna, so we might be getting close to a desert. That's just a beach right there. We might be getting close to a desert, though. A lot of abandoned portals to stop at, that's for sure. Oh, this one actually, everything's above ground. There's no lava, and we got 2 more lodestones. I think I see a beehive all the way down there. I'm still at the point where when I see beehives, I'm getting hyped about it. The 1.15 update still has me hyped about the beehives. I'm going over here. I'm taking this guy. Sir, get back in your home. Okay, you know what? You're displaced. Your hive is now mine simply because you didn't follow command. Got some badlands here with some desert grass. Let's go. And I don't see any cactus flower. Oh, yes, I do. Never mind. I spoke a little bit too soon. I'm heading straight for this. Had just enough nuggets to make 2 ingots. That's perfect. Let's make some shears. I don't know if I need the shears to take these out or if I just take it out by taking out the cactus. Let's double check real quick. You never know. Actually, you know what? You don't have to take it out at all. Pretty sure everything that touches the cactus, though, disintegrates into nothingness. So let's just make sure that doesn't happen. Look at this, guys. We have cactus flowers. Pretty sure these can go right on the sand. Look at that. I have 3 of them, but I'm going to double check real quick. What happens if I just break it like this? Nothing. Okay, cool. Sometimes you need shears, and I never... Whoa, that's an open mine shaft right there. You know what? I kind of decided that I don't really like this noise on the sand. It makes me feel like there's creepers here. Let's get the shears out. Let's get some of the grass. Let's go. Okay, oh, wait, do you have tall grass and short grass? Yes, you do. I'm gonna grab as much of this as I can. Technically, I got everything I came for, but I only have 3 cactus flowers. I feel like we could find some more, but, you know, it is what it is. We might just have to start growing some cactuses. I believe the only way to get more cactus flower is to start growing cactus. You can't really farm them any other way. Another super small rabbit. These things are so tiny. As nice as this is to collect, I don't know how often I'm going to use this around town. I'll probably use some dedicated builds for this, but around town I'll probably use it sparingly since it is kind of dead looking. Okay, and that's kind of a creepy noise that you hear around the dead bush and the terracotta. That's nuts. You guys might not be able to hear it in the video, but it's just like whistling wind, and it's kind of creepy. Continue exploring, find some more cactus flowers. Let's go. I'm going to take this one too. Looks like cactus flowers also grow on red sand, which looks pretty cool. Makes this biome feel a little bit more vibrant now that you have orange, green, and pink all right next to each other. I haven't seen any camels roaming around, but I do see a village over there, so there's for sure going to be a camel over there that we can see. I'm not necessarily looking to take a camel home this episode, but pretty soon we'll make another camel sanctuary. Looks like as we get closer to the village, we have some more cactus flowers in here too. And that's awesome. They have the red cows that are just set up automatically in the desert villages. Wow, this place just got so much more colorful. And if we pop around the corner, we get some gold, we get some crying obsidian, and another lodestone. I love this. Is this a double village? We have a lot of villagers here. There's a lot of them. And there's the camel we've been looking for. What's up, dude? How you doing? I'm gonna take these as well. Sorry, villager. More cactus flowers all the way out here, too. I'm pretty sure I heard that in this update in villages, you might be able to find some chests that spawn with some empty bundles in them, too. Wait a second. We have a camel right here, and then there's also another camel all the way out here. That's great. Oh, we do have a naturally generated camel. Well, that's pretty awesome. What's up, camel? I'm not gonna ask this guy what he's up to. He's not even standing on anything. He's just got his head up in the ceiling. I'm just gonna leave him alone. I always forget how many hay bales you can get from a desert village also. I got like a stack and a half almost. Even the jungle logs are down here just on their side with the mushrooms on top. This is awesome. I gotta say, all in all, this update, it's most definitely my favorite out of every update that's come out so far. I just love the flowers and I love the foliage in this game, and just seeing more of it get updated, it's a blessing. We've pretty much cleaned out this desert. I don't see really any more cactus flowers except for this guy right here. Hold on, got you. Okay, now I've cleaned it out. But I do see a desert well, and I don't think I've stopped by one of these yet. Let's use our brush and see what we got. A little bit of suspicious sand under the water. This looks like, okay, a pottery sherd. What do we got here? Never mind, that's just a brick. Okay, well, let's break that, and that, and that, and that. Do we get anything else? A little bit of suspicious sand right here. Give me something cool. Is this a pottery sherd, or is this just another brick? Okay, that's just another brick. For some reason, I thought desert wells would give you a little bit more treasure when you search down in there, but I'm actually seeing nothing. Yeah, none of this on the outside is suspicious. Well, alright, we're good to go. We have cleaned out the desert. I think we can head back home. Never mind, I spoke way too soon. I see a couple. Oh, here's an armadillo. What's going on, dude? What are you doing at the mine shaft? But this thing is way too exposed. Also, I see some mine carts right here. What do we got? The sandstones keep making me check my 6, dude. The creepers are always here with the sandstone. Oh, God, okay, I don't need this poisonous spider. That can just be gone. I'm glad nothing spawned. That's actually kind of wild that no spiders spawned on me. Take a little bit of cobweb here. This is a friendly armadillo. Oh, there's an armadillo all the way back here in the cobweb. I'm freeing this armadillo. Oh, he was already free. Never mind. I thought I was doing a good deed, but it's the thought that counts. I'm going to take this, and I actually just saw a cactus flower all the way out here in the corner of my eye. Whoa, did I just get caught on the sand? I think I did. 2 exposed mine carts down. I think I saw at least one more. Never mind, I see 2 more right here. Let's get this one first. Okay, this is awesome. There is quite a bit of loot here. Free rails, too. Might as well take these. What is in here? Okay, more loot. Let's go. Looks like we got 1 more cactus flower, and if we hop down here, there's 1 more minecart. Let's take this. What do we got in here? Ooh, a diamond. Okay. Not bad. I'll take a couple more free rails, and then we should probably be on our way. That's perfect. Let's just fly home. Never mind. I see another minecart right here. Okay, this is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen this many. Now, before I leave, I'm going to do a circle real quick, because I've tried to leave like twice, and then I saw another minecart. Now, okay, I think officially we are good. Let's get out of here. Let's go home. I like this base of operations up top here. We have a bunch of animals now. We've bred a couple of each of the mob variants, and we have a lot of chickens over here. A lot of blue chickens and a lot of yellow chickens. Somehow, never mind, 3 of the blue chickens made it over to the yellow side. I'm not sure how that happened, but we're collecting eggs like none other. And because of that, I decided to make an entire shulker box dedicated to the new eggs. We are probably going to have to move this base of operations, though. I do like what we got going on here, but this is probably where the melon and pumpkin farm is going. Over here is where we are going to make the farm landscape. Some of you might know I do stream every single day on Twitch, and by the way, it is twitch.tv/WaxFraud. Feel free to join anytime if you want. I stream every single morning at 11 a.m. CST, and since we stream every day, I've had a little bit of time to think about what I'm landscaping over here. As you can see, we've flattened out a little bit of land, but I don't want everything to be on one level. I might take it out to go one more, but as you can see over here, we're terracing it up a little bit to go gradually up the mountain. We can take a little bit more of this, but the stone is starting to appear, so I'm going to have to turn all this into moss eventually, but right now I'm just trying to see what shape it's going to be generally. Also, a big focus of mine right now is probably this ravine. I should get down here, start torching it up. We need to light this thing up because I'm going to cover it up. We don't really have a use for this. Might as well take a dip into the cave real quick. What do we have on our hands in here? Is this just some dripstone? I'm gonna float down a little bit. Oh, wait, that actually pops out on the other side. This is pretty cool. Maybe we shouldn't... Well, actually, we could cover it up and still have access from that side. This is not too bad. Looks like it also goes through that hole over there, and it goes way deeper. This is... Wow. Okay, this is insane. We don't need to be going down there with all the creepers. Let's get out of here. So, yeah, as you can see, it's kind of a dangerous ravine, and that cave back there, we could probably get some resources from there, but right now, let's just cover it up. Pretty much just need to line it up like this until we reach the other side over there. We might have to build it up as well. It might have to make some faux walls. Just need to hop around one layer at a time, take out all the grass. Love that it's quiet now, by the way. We have a lot of landscaping to do. What a nice time for the update to come out. You can actually hear me speak while I'm taking out the grass, and I can hear my own thoughts. It would probably take multiple full double chests of dirt to fill this whole thing in, so that's why we just lit it up down there. No big deal. Right now it's day 4,900, so that kind of gives us about 100 days exactly to get this farm done. As you can see, we moved our base of operations back to this village over here that we're probably going to turn into a farmer's village. Flattened out a little bit of the area next to the farmer's village, and most importantly, we flattened out most of the area over the ravine. There are chickens all over the valley. If you fly up here, they're just stranded everywhere. I tried to get as many as I could following me over to the base of operations, but they kind of just left one by one. I wanted to be able to tell the difference between the 2 black wolves, so I gave this guy a yellow collar. Looking good, boys. Looking really good. I don't know if I'm going to end up using spruce fence as the barrier for the animals, but what I'm going to do is create 8 squares around the center fountain. We don't have to include the original animals in this farm, but I'd like to at least include the new animals and the new plants. I'm going to give myself about 3 blocks path distance in between each of these and 1 grass block in between the path and the fence. Trying to work with some of the colors here. We have a deep slate center and the dark oak mixed with the spruce and the pale wood. I think this looks pretty good. I've never gone through and used 3 different wood colors for a fencing system, and I also never realized that when you are just walking across the slabs and the fences, you don't really feel any difference because I wonder if they're at the same height. Bunch of simple things that you'll learn that have been in the game for a very long time, but there's also something new that I learned recently, and that's the sound of iron's been changed. Listen to this. Kind of nuts. I actually really like that. It sounds a lot more like iron, to be honest. With 90% of the landscaping out of the way, I'd like to start working on some structure here to get some of the animals a little bit of a barn. The animals deserve every little bit of a barn they get. I'm thinking this could be the entrance here. We could drop down, make a smaller pillar. This and another pillar on the other side would actually act as a small roofing system that would lead to the center. We can start working with some deep slate stairs for a roof. I think slabs going up to the center would be a little bit better, and then in the center itself, where I'm at right now, that's where we're going to start using the stairs. Gonna hop up here real quick. I just want to jump down to make sure the shape even makes sense. And okay, this could be a nice barn. We just need to extend it a little bit. I'll probably get it back about 7 to 9 blocks. We We have 1, 2, 3 blocks of space, and we'll get some pillars in. We have 3 archways here, and oh, that's the wrong stair. Hold on, and boom. If we get this stripped, that's probably going to start to look a little bit decent. Yeah, I mean, I like that a lot. The cows and the pigs should have plenty of room to roam free. I believe that over here, if we build this and like kind of quadruple it up all the way around, it's not going to necessarily reach or touch each of the builds, so we could have plenty of space for the animals to roam around for sure. And enough space to fit a pathway in between the buildings as well. After a little bit of building, the deep slate over here looks pretty good. I thought the brick would look pretty good as well. So, oh wait, we have a wandering trader over here. Hold on a second. Perfect time to show you guys the new wandering trader mechanics. You can actually sell them buckets of water and random items like fermented spider eye. And they also just sell you plenty of more items now. I can get some nautilus shells right now. I'm just gonna buy the podzol just cuz, and some bucket of pufferfish. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. No witnesses to the sale. Don't even think about running. But what I was saying is we have a lot of deep slate on these builds right now. I went ahead and got the roof outlined on all 3 of the other sides, but I was thinking about replacing this side with brick. I tried it over here and it looks pretty good, so now I think I just need to start taking out this deep slate and replacing it with the brick. We're gonna need a little bit more variety here, especially since we have so many new colors on the animals. This guy right here should probably leave me alone. Thank you, dude. Just trying to build over here in peace. Moving up another row, and I actually like this part of the roof too, because over here, it only touches barely at the top right there. I like this level. Got 13 blocks all the way across. Not too big, not too small, especially since we got 4 of these we need to replicate. I don't really want to build a massive barn this time. Pretty excited just to get 4 medium-sized barns in. Sir, that's my deep slate. Thank you. I'll take that. Give me that back. The top part of the roof, we're going to curve a little bit. We have a slab going into a slab, going into a stair, and then we're going to go full block right here. 1 more stair, and that's going to be the top. The rest of the roofs have a way less intense slope with just the slabs, but the top, I really like the curve. And I see another wandering trader down here. What is going on? That was so fast. They called in for backup so quick. He has hay bales and water bottles that he can buy. And this guy's selling firefly bushes? No way. Now you can just be gone again. Thank you. No witnesses to the sale. Next, let's fill in the roof. I think bamboo is going to look real good up against the brick border. Not too bad right there, looking pretty good. I'm thinking in between the deep slate and the spruce, some mangrove planks are going to look pretty good on the roof as well. Before we move forward though, are the lights going to look good with the wall, defense to chain to lantern action? We got to check. Chains below the pale oak wood right here. I don't know if the pale oak is going to look good, but I'm trying it out. I almost want to replace the pale oak with bamboo, but I kind of like the different colors here. Are they going to look good with the walls being composters, though? That's the real question. I do love using composters as walls in the barn, but the concern is, like, is it going to clash with the colors? I don't think so. Even with kind of the podzol-y colors in between the wood, it still looks pretty good with most wood types. It's looking good on the sides, but I believe I'm going to have to add some lights to the top sections as well. Lanterns on the corner is going to be a-okay with me. And also, guys, this is part of the new update as well. Check this out. You can just spam the scaffolding out so quickly now. It's crazy. I think up here, though, what we're going to do is get some pale oak wood right down into the lightning rod, into the chain, then into some end rods. That's looking much nicer. We can actually probably get these on the side over here instead of the lanterns. Yeah, I like the lanterns up top instead of on the bottom. We can take these out and get them all replaced. Thank you very much. Looking much cleaner, and we have so many I just killed a zombie. And we have a second one coming over to get us. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. Just so we have a little bit more safety, I do have a couple of pale gates on me. Let's make sure to close this back area up. I'm gonna use the same fencing as the front side for now. Real quick, gotta take care of a little bit more landscaping, bringing the hill back just a bit. The dirt is encroaching just a little bit too much on this. I mean, it's literally touching right there, so we gotta get this out. Then we can start to place 4 forgotten spruce logs here. That's my bad. On the back side over here, we have some stairs up top, and on the side, I'm going to take those out. We're going to get some cracked stone bricks, some of the cobblestone, some of the mossy cobblestone, and then some of the mossy stone bricks as well. This is going to be a nice texturing. Then we can put some iron bars in here. Oh, I forgot the iron bars sound way different now, too. That's awesome. Not too bad. The stables are looking all right. Actually, I feel like we need to get a couple of pale oak fences right there. That's not too bad. We need to get these connected to the composters and then wrapped around the sides. Anytime 5 of the fence gates are connecting, I always take the second one in and flip it backwards. I just feel like it looks a little bit better like that, and then, you know what? The stairs at the bottom, that's gonna look good too. The villagers have made their way over here. This is absolutely insane. They're just making their own village. This is why. The iron golems are over here. I mean, I'm trying to make my own little village, but these guys just moved right in. Let's get more end rods on this side to get this lit up. Smack the pale oak fence gates over here too. Then we can climb up to the top a little bit. I want to get some more fence gates up here. Get 5 of them in like this, slap these 2 in, and you know what? At the top, let's get a grindstone. Get a little chain right there, and a lantern. That's okay, cool. On the side over here, all of the brick walls are perfectly spread out by 3, so I mean, this looks pretty nice. Pale oak, brick, and the bamboo. This is a solid combo. We're gonna see if some nether blocks work. Wow, this town center looks amazing right now. I can't wait to get all of the animals organized and in their spots, but let's see if the warped fence looks good. We'll take it out if it doesn't. I haven't really had many opportunities to use this, and I've never really put it with the deep slate and the mangrove in a build together, so let's see if it looks good. Never gonna know until you try. Let's see if the lightning rods work under there. It seems like they might, because the warped fence kind of resembles a version of the oxidized copper. Let's go here with the end rods, and man, we are running low on the end rods for sure. Let's get a lantern up in the corner for a little bit more light. Not too bad. This is kind of working. I think we might have to cut this building session a little bit short, though, to go back to the end. I haven't been to the end in a very long time, but I only have 3 end rods left. And I'm pretty sure I used all the end stone I had left for the end walls in the mason trading hall in the last episode, so pretty sure we are just completely out. This right here is the last one. Oh man, alright, we're just gonna have to fly back and let's go to the end. Real quick, I'm double checking back at the starter house, just gotta make sure we don't have any end stone. It's always good to double check, and yeah, we are out. Let's grab a couple of empty shulker boxes. Well, this area looks familiar. I'm guessing it's all of the torches in this one tiny spot. I couldn't have made where the end tunnel was more obvious. Haven't been down here for a while. Oh, there's a baby zombie somewhere, but yeah, I totally forgot I cleared this place out too to get a bunch of cracked stone. At the time, I didn't feel like smelting it, but here goes nothing. Let's go to the end. Back in action. There is a bat in the end. That is not... Dude, you are gonna get lost. Let's head up, though. We do not want to be looking at any Endermen. I'm going to get up to an area where I feel like I can just start mining it. Honestly, probably right here seems good enough. Let's go. Bringing a beacon along with us would have been a smart move, but I guess that just says something about me. Couple shulker boxes filled up with the endstone, and we should be able to get plenty of end rods made. We'll shoot every single chorus flower down one by one. Then we'll take the remaining chorus fruit from each of the trees. Then we just need to smelt some of the chorus fruit into the popped chorus fruit. Put that under a blaze rod, and bam, you got 4 brand new end rods. Now we can get the end rods placed where they need to be. We can start to take out some of the torches as well. We have like at least 3 stacks of torches. They are just lying on the ground absolutely everywhere. Yeah, we can take these out too, because we're about to get end rods out the wazoo on the back of the build. I feel like it's a nice mixture of end rods and lanterns, though. You know, lanterns up high, end rods down on the ground. It'd be cool to bring an end biome into the overworld as well. Like, I'm just staring at all these trees back behind here, and it looks so cool. With the fences and fence gates mostly in place, I kind of want to start getting some of the green in. Let's get some cauldrons with some flowering azaleas on top in the corners. Man, this guy is looking real beat up. Sorry about that, dude. I'm gonna just get this over here to make you feel a little bit better, hopefully. Some flowers might make you feel nice. So what is going on over here, dude? This is my bed. That's my orange bed, and everybody from the village over there, I don't think anybody's sleeping over there. Everybody moved over here to sleep in this one bed. You guys should probably get out of here. I'm gonna take this. That's mine, and I'm gonna just heal you up, but there you go. Front and center, let's get some azaleas hanging. Right above that, we can get some flowers and some decorated pots as well. Honestly, I feel like right here some torch flowers are going to look the best. We put some glowberries at the top center for a little bit of extra light and greenery, and over on the right side as well. Not looking too bad. Trying to find some spots to put the firefly bushes in. I'm thinking the second dark log in, that might not be too bad. We can get some of the firefly ambient noises in this build. It'd be very cool if the fireflies emitted light also, but oh man, look at them. They barely crept in before the sun started coming up. I love these fireflies. It'd be cool if these fireflies also emitted some light, but man, it is what it is. These things are cool enough. It's kind of crazy how they're only 1 pixel also. I mean, they could have at least been 2. You may have noticed I put some acacia trapdoors and stairs right here for a little bit more of an arch. I thought that might look good from far away up next to the composters. Now for some windows, I'm going to do a 2x2 opening right here. I already did that in the back. I've been trying to figure out what looks good, and what I think is going to look good is 2 blocks of moss right here with some jungle trapdoors. Flip these up and you got yourself a nice little plant area outside the window. Now, in these windows, I just happen to think that the pitcher plant is going to look the best. It's just so vibrant blue and purple. I love this thing. Now that it's daytime, everyone's dispersing. I guess go take your job. Everyone just left the town and took a job in the walls. Back behind the stables might be a little bit bland, so what I'm going to do is add some crimson trapdoors. We can get some moss up in here, and maybe some firefly bushes would look good. I'm not sure what flower we'd want to get in there. You know what? Maybe a fern would just look good right there, too. Or maybe the cactus flower wouldn't look too bad. You know what? Actually, oh, I love how that's just perfectly in the center. Directly across, I'm not sure if this side is going to be looking good with the crimson, so I'm going to try out the dark oak trapdoors instead. A little bit of moss, a little bit of firefly bush, and 1 cactus flower. That's nice. Now for the windows, we could get these a little bit more colorful by adding some pale oak fences in there, and right on top getting some campfires, kind of like an awning right above the window. Where's the shovel? There it is. Boom, boom. Now this doesn't look too bad once you get the trapdoors over the moss and the pitcher plants right there. Oh, you can't do the pitcher plants with the trapdoors. Maybe we take these out right there and boom, boom. While I was working on that window, I realized I didn't even finish the fence gates on the roof. What am I doing? Gotta get these down here as well. And you know what? We gotta get this part decorated too. We gotta get some trapdoors and some flowers at least. Up here, I'm thinking next to the brick, we can get some potted plants. And you know what? A good plan is probably just gonna be the fern to start out. In between all the plants, obviously get some of these mighty fine looking bamboo trapdoors. Got them on the second layer too, and some black stone buttons in between for some Pittsburgh Steeler colors. And as is tradition, it is raining while I'm trying to build. Got some mangrove trapdoors on the mangrove roof, and this time I'm thinking we use some torch flowers. And instead of black stone, since we already have the deep slate, we use the stone buttons. These barns aren't looking too bad, and the fireflies are somehow still out in the rain. You'd think if it was raining they just wouldn't be out, but I guess it is what it is. I tried messing with a few ideas of a diagonal path going this way, and I think I'm going to continue that idea on each of the 4 corners. So let's take out all of the fencing that we've made so far. How do all of these zombies see us from so far? I don't get it, but I mean the fence, I'm just going to fix it by basically putting 3 outward, putting a block behind it, and then going out 3 again. So the fence will start out going in by 3 and then out the opposite direction for a right angle, and then we'll just make our way towards the back center. I really don't get how these zombies see us from so far away. Whoa, there's another one right behind us. What are you doing? Let's get this right here. 1, 2, and 3. Now this is keeping a semi-even path up until we reach the point right here where we're lined up with the end of the barn. Sun's coming up and it's raining still. Actually, wait, we can save that. Hold on. Wait, my bed is on me. I forgot I took it away from the villagers. Let's sleep. There's still a little bit of time to make the rain go away. And, oh, we did it? We did it. Nice. Now with the fence gate right here, we have an opening on the side and an opening right in the center. Make sure the slabs are in place so nothing can escape. We just need to mirror this on the other side so that we can start making the path. I'm not sure if this is going to be the permanent fencing, but right now it's kind of just guiding where the pathways are going to be made, and so I do appreciate that. Gotta make sure the fence gates on the far side are done. Also, the slabs over here, almost forgot about these. Thinking about which animal is going to go where. We have a lot of red on the roof, so the cows may not work right here. We could put the orange cows over here, actually. Break this open. Let's get these guys in here. I don't believe there's any openings, and if there are, that's my mistake, but let's let them loose. These guys can roam free. Close this off right here. You guys are good to go. We have officially started the farm for these new animals. This is awesome. With the warped wood and pitcher plants behind these guys, the color contrast is looking pretty cool. Can hop over to the other side here. We have the warmer cows. This is looking awesome as well. These guys looking good with the brick and the bamboo. A few of these pigs I actually need to release. Oh, my bad, guys. Hold on. Let's get you out and you can roam free. And last but not least, we have the colder pigs that are going to be on the east-facing side. I'd say this is pretty sweet. We've got a nice little town center, 4 barns that face each other into a center location. Now we can start to think about what is going to go on the outside of the barns. Why are you so far away from your town? We have zombies over here. They're coming to get me right now, and he's just chilling out there doing nothing. Actually, no, there is a zombie coming right after. Dude, you gotta move. Okay, finally. He's finally moving. Jeez. Soon enough, this whole place will be blocked off, so the zombies won't even be able to get in here. The back side of all of these, I thought some sweet berry bushes would look pretty good. I'm thinking some darker greens and some red berries in there would look pretty sweet. No pun intended right there. I would say let's focus on the interior of these builds now. I think we need to get some scaffolding going. So we're going to have some support pillars going all the way across. Also, we're going to break this mangrove slab, and we're going to get a supported central beam right here, and another log across. Time to get all these stripped. We can also focus on some support beams in the stables right now. This guy's pushing me. Please don't do that, sir. I'm probably using 1,000 trapdoors in this build at the end of the day. These end up not looking too bad. Get all the torches off the ground. Actually, this guy can go right here. And chicken, what are you... Wait, hold on. Pig, you're gonna have to move for this one. Chicken, you gotta go. He didn't belong in the pig pen, only in the chicken coop. But we got another glowberry up at the top to get a little bit more light up here. I think this is all looking pretty nice. Need to start thinking about possible staircases or just simple ladders to get myself up there. Staircases for the animals to get up and a ladder for me to get up if I just want to put some hay bales for storage up here. But something that's a little bit more important is the pathways that we have going from the middle to the back of the build. We have nothing really back here yet. It would just mean taking these paths and bringing it out. I would believe being about 2-3 blocks away would be enough. We can go right here. We can connect it all the way over to the path that leads to the diagonal path. And we could sacrifice our feet in the name of making a couple awnings that go over the path. Is that even a good height right there? Oh, that'd be good. Got some spruce trapdoors on the outside, some oak trapdoors in the middle, and some iron trapdoors right in the center for just a little bit of extra color. But now we just need to go crazy on the chains. Let's get them on the lightning rods and right next to them. Get some flower pots in. I'm going to get some flowering azaleas on the end and some acacia saplings in the center. Now for a little bit of light to match the barns, let's get some glowberries right there. Let's light that up and make sure that these don't grow. Not too bad though. We've built this on all 4 sides in each corner to make it symmetrical, but I'm thinking closer to the fountain, or what will be the fountain, is I think this is going to be nice also. Maybe we should take this one, or now yeah, let's take this one out. I ended up just going with the tuff over here for these little awnings just because I think it looked a lot better and added a lot of color to this general area. We haven't used any tuff yet. Time to burn my feet again. Somehow an iron golem got in the pig pen over there. What's going on? There are iron golems absolutely everywhere. They just keep spawning in. On stream, I did make 3 of them a couple days ago, but I'm pretty sure those guys are gone now. Take the campfires out so that we can get the trapdoors on. We just need to get the trapdoors right there. More trapdoors on the bottom side. Slap the chains where they need to be. Okay, this is much more immersive of an entrance. It feels much more grand. We have all of this lit up. We used jungles. Oh, I actually just took... Why did I just take that? Hold on. Right there. There we go. We used jungle saplings instead of the acacia, so that's looking good right there, I feel like. And everything's lit up all the way from the center to the outside. Even the side of the barn is lit up with the lamp posts here. Unfortunately, throughout the field on the back of the barns, we are using torches still to get this lit up. I feel like we could probably get a barrier wall set up. We do have a small issue with mobs spawning and rolling up on us while we're building. Kind of like right now, this guy already sees us and he's coming up at us. Skedaddle to the other side real quick where the pups are chilling. This wall isn't going to be too much. I'm not going to try to make it too crazy, but I will get some wall right here. Maybe just out by 2 every time. I think I want to put a chiseled in the middle. I'm gonna extend this wall all the way out past the corner lampposts and actually, oh, that is perfect. I am so happy. Okay, Iron Golem, stop pushing me, sir. Thank you. And these chickens are so loud, man. Trying to work here. I might have to put some headphones in. You guys have no idea how happy I am that that lined up perfectly. Let's just get all the stairs lined up. And I think every other 3rd block up, we're gonna replace that. And we'll replace that with a stone slab. Not too bad. This looks great. Let's go ahead and place some of the azalea bushes right here so no baby zombies get through. The backside's looking a little bare. Oh man, these puppies are just staring at me. But since it does look a little plain, I was gonna maybe just place some stairs here to kind of spice it up. Now we can just fix up some smoke on the corners. That is just gonna breathe a little bit more life into the area, and let's go ahead and wrap this all the way up. Whoa, hold on a second. This does not have it chiseled. I need to follow the trend. What am I doing? But yeah, let's get this whole thing wrapped all the way around. Okay, this is solid. I have no complaints about this right here. I love this wall. It really puts an enclosure feeling on this. I do need to do a little bit more landscaping because right here is just encroaching a little bit too much, but it kind of makes this whole place feel more like a community. Let's get some of the torch flowers up here, and then I feel like after the torch flowers, or in between the torch flowers, let's get some cherry saplings. I'm thinking of changing some of the colors of the fencing right now. We have spruce, the pale oak, and the dark oak. I mean, it's all looking pretty good together. I like this. However, we used the pale oak on this build, and I've changed the spruce to oak right here, and I do like the way that looks, so I might change the spruce over here to oak. But then, and by the way, I have a new base of operations on top of this oak tree. We're probably gonna have to take this guy out due to some landscaping operation that's gonna have to take place. But we are gonna grab some of the warped fence and probably replace the pale oak. I think this should look good throughout. Oh, that's gonna have to go. That was a big oops right there. We'll get that replaced, and boom. Cows were trying to escape. Not today, buddy. We'll get the lantern put back. I happen to think that's going to look much nicer. Let's get all these replaced, get all the lanterns put back as well. The cows are trying to escape with every block that I'm breaking. I'm going to get the warped fence gate right there, and that's looking pretty good. I've been playing with the idea of putting some of the fences back here, and I'm going to try it out right now, and I think this looks pretty nice. I was going to add some extra space for the animals in the back here and create an extra door in the middle, but now I'm thinking this could be a pretty good chicken coop area. Jumping up on the lampposts here, I think if every barn had some chickens in the back, that could be pretty fun. Before we bring the chickens over, though, I just want to make sure we have all the fencing in place. Let's fly back to the base of operations back here. I've brought with me a little bit of podzol and a little bit of coarse dirt for some pathways, and because I believe the podzol should belong inside the barns. Maybe even some muddy mangrove roots inside the pig pens. I'm pretty sure podzol and coarse dirt and even rooted dirt can be changed into moss blocks, so before we do any of that, I'm actually just going to work on all the moss on the borders first. Moss is just going to give it a little bit more vibrant green color on the edges. I'm gonna have to put it down on this side too, hoping that the top blocks don't end up changing to moss. This one right here scares me. Yep, there we go. That's gonna happen sometimes, unfortunately. I'll clear out all the azalea bushes and all the grass debris and stuff. I just want to work on getting this done real quick. I want to get some coarse dirt. Most of this actually is going to be coarse dirt, so let's actually just take out a bunch of this. Slap a bunch of the coarse dirt down, and every once in a while we'll get a rooted dirt. Ooh, yeah, that looks really nice. Now the moss is kind of getting into this area. I'm gonna have to start taking the fortune shovel to the ground here and replacing the grass with a bunch of podzol. Pretty much just gonna remove all the grass from here that I can. Once you stack the hay bales on top of the podzol, it looks pretty colorful in here. Not quite done yet. We still have a little bit of decorating to do. The podzol is going to start reaching out into the yard a little bit. We can have small areas where podzol is starting to creep out even closer to the fence, and the phantoms will not leave me. Get out of here, dude. Get out. Have this kind of creep a little bit towards the podzol. And we could make little ponds real quick. Oh, hold on, pig. You're going to have to move out of the way. I'm going to make a couple of ponds. The outer edges of the ponds could be muddy mangrove roots. Let's take this torch out. This might be large enough. We could make it a little bit bigger. We should get some muddy mangrove below the water surface as well. Give the pigs a little bit of an area to play in. I'm going to have this creep towards the podzol a little bit and have... Oh, excuse me, bud. And have some of the mud kind of just creep into the podzol itself. The cows are going to have more podzol around their ponds, but below deck, we are going to still have some of that muddy mangrove. Sounds like the wandering trader is here. Oh, wait, he's right here. Hold on. I saw his invisible... Where are you... Wait, what are you selling? Firefly bushes. If I didn't see them yet, I would be buying them, but I've already got them. You, sir, aren't really selling anything good, so see you later. He was about to enjoy his morning bucket of milk, but the sword said no. The pond is looking gorgeous. We could have a little bit of muddy mangrove around the pond. Not too much, but the pigs are going to have a little bit more for sure. Like over here is too much grass. We could definitely just take this out, add more muddy mangrove right here. Something I think would be fun to identify these mobs by their specific biomes, like cold and hot, would be the warped roots and fungus and the crimson fungus and roots as well. So we could place a couple of these. Good thing these pigs are not scared of the warped fungus like the hoglins. Get some warped roots in here as well. We have the cold cows over here. These guys are going to need some fungus and roots. And now time to get some crimson on the ground next to the warm biome animals. Okay, this is kind of nuts. I feel like I just had to show you guys this. An Enderman placed an allium perfectly dead center in this barn. I don't know if I should move it. I think I'm going to keep it, actually. For once, the Enderman did something good. That Enderman's got me thinking about becoming a gardener right now. So what I'm going to do is start planting some flowers on the edge of all these pathways right here. So next to the warm animals, what I'm going to do is get some rose bushes. And for the cooler animals, we'll go ahead and slap down some peonies on the side. That just made it 1,000 times more cozy and more farm feeling. I kind of want to get some wildflowers down on the ground. Got to get all this moss carpet out of the way. The wildflowers look too good not to use. They're like a better version of the dandelion. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love myself a good old dandelion, but I mean, look at these things. They just look way better. I was trying to find a way to get some amethyst in here as well, but I think I'm a little bit out of room unless I want to take out some wildflowers, but I really like just a big row of wildflower right here. But I don't want to count the amethyst out, so what I'm going to do right now is just go to every other block over here, and oh wait, I didn't even put a block right here. I forgot that turning some of the grass into moss took away some of my blocks, so I'm pretty sure that was the last few of them. But anyways, as I was saying, I wanted to include some amethyst, so on every other block up here, I'm going to place some down. Somehow these guys got in with the chickens, and the iron golem just can't seem to get... Oh, whoa, hold up. Guys, I'm trying to do some commentary about the iron golems and the zombies. You're messing everything up. Get over here. Well, the iron golem's trying to do some work. Now, you know what? I'm going to get down here so the iron golem can do some real work. Get him! Yeah! Why are these guys standing here so menacingly? Guys, your town is over there. This is not your town. As much as you want to try to make it your town, it's just not really your town. There's no beds here. Now that all the buildings are done and the walls are up, we can kind of focus on minute details. Now, I kind of want to get some note blocks on the side. These always just, I don't know why. I like these a lot. They add a lot of color. This season, they've definitely been one of my favorite detailing blocks, though. Also, speaking of details, I'm going to use a bunch of stone buttons for rocks on the dirt path. I think this is going to look cool. I am so scattered. I have so many random blocks to decorate with and so many things left unfinished. Like, look at this. There's 3 random blocks here for a dirt path that I never put in. But I will eventually get to it. That's just how my brain works. Finish everything to about 80% until everything is 100% done. Oh, I gotta be careful too. I forgot there's small holes where the ravine was over here. Now the path, I mean, you wouldn't even be able to recognize that the ravine was right here. Pretty cool. If you look down, I mean, there's just a whole world under there. Now to work on the centerpiece, this massive fountain. Let's just build up a little pillar in the middle. We can work our way up from there, I believe. Maybe about 2 blocks up. Let's make a platform. It's always fun trying to make new little fountain ideas. I'm trying to think of a way to contain this first little pool of water up top. No, this isn't going to work. It's a little bit too wide already at the bottom. We kind of want it to be a little bit more narrow and reach a little bit of a steeper height. Thought a little bit of nether brick mixed in with the deep slate tile would look good. Let's get some iron trap doors in too. Get them on this bottom level right here. There's nothing that we can hang from it, but in between I was thinking we get some end rods or possibly some of the crimson fence because they can't hook up to the fence. Well, I just misspoke. The fences can definitely hook up to fences, but they cannot hook up to these walls right here. So I think that makes for a pretty cool effect. Maybe a couple more end rods on this middle level right here. That's not too bad. This thing looks pretty cozy right now. We just need to get the sea pickles lit up right there. We go. Okay, and then the glass bottles will turn all of this down here into mud. Out of everything that became quieter, I'm very surprised that the glass bottle, like filling up with water, is not any quieter. Because there's no way in real life filling up a glass bottle of water is this loud. Unless it is, and I just can't hear anything correctly. While we're down here, though, I'm thinking let's get some of the copper bulbs in each of the middle of the side here. Let's get... Oh, and wait, hold on. The lever. Can I... Yeah, okay. The water tries to take the lever away, but if I can get it switched before it does that, then... Wait, there we go. Perfect. I'm going to get a little bit of coral down here. I grabbed 1 of each color. Then we're going to fill this place up with random fish that I've got from the Wandering Trader. The thing about these fish is that they see waterfalls and they just go straight up. Unfortunately, we're going to lose all of them probably with time. But we are not going to think about that right now. We're just going to use some bone meal and make this place look nice and cozy. And while we have the bone meal out, I really need to show you guys, because I didn't know this until recently, like later into the episode. Obviously, I would have done this earlier. Let's get a couple dry grass spread out throughout this little area for these pigs. Wait, hold on. These are the cold pigs. I need to get over to the hot pigs. There we go. Okay, so what I was going to say is this tall grass, we're going to get a little bit spread out here and get one inside as well. Maybe, you know what, let's get to the middle of the build right there. Perfect. What's awesome about the tall grass is that you can bone meal it and it spreads out like this. This is just amazing. I had no idea that you could do this. Otherwise, I would have been doing this earlier instead of grabbing a bunch in the desert. But I guess I did conserve a little bit of bone meal at the time. But this is awesome. It just makes it seem a little bit more at home. And you'll also notice the leaf litter is everywhere. This just looks good. The ponds are decorated. I'm loving this. Little drip leaves, big drip leaves, and sugarcane lily pad combo. Just, oh man, that's nice. And you can hear the firefly in the background. Let's go. We have fireflies in between the wildflowers and the peonies now. I'm glad I switched to the pink petals in between the rose bushes. I think the contrast in between the color on each side, it looks great. I'm just going to keep on decorating through the night. I have a couple more ideas. I'm going to get some dripstone in here. I think just the dripstone, it looks way too good. We have to use it. Hopefully the pigs aren't jumping all over it, hurting themselves, but I think we'll be okay. Now, I don't know what took me so long to get this in here, but we got some iron bars on the ground, touching the podzol, looking pretty good, and we're going to light up some candles. For real, I don't know what took me so long to get the pig. Why do you have a candle in your head, dude? What are you doing? You know, since we are using the bamboo for the roof on the colder animals, I decided to change to the magenta candles right here just because it's going to be a little bit easier with the flow of the colors. The buildings with the mangrove roofs, we're going to go ahead and get the iron bars in, and then we can get the yellow candles in place. Let's get these lit, and boom. Quick little inspection of these alleyways. I wanted to make sure all the stones are in place. I decided to also use some brown concrete powder mixed in with the coarse dirt and the rooted dirt. I think it looks pretty good. There's a couple spots back, I think in the other hallway. There's one of these hallways that are missing some blocks. Might be on the other side. Yep, there it is, all the way over here. Boom and boom. Couple down here as well, right there. Okay, and these areas do not have chickens. We could probably start to move these chickens. Once and for all, we can finally move the coop. You know what? Let's just, let's open up the gates right here, and I do have one seed with me. Let's take you with me. Technically, we only need 2 of each of the chickens, so let's... Oh, man, we do not need you. Get out of here. Well, there's a lot of the warm chickens. Let's go over here real fast. Come on, guys. Let's get the warm chickens on the left side. I'm gonna try to smack the blue chicken. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Just get out of here, guys. I'm going to then bring a lot of these guys in. Oh, man. All right, the blue guys all just ran. That was a mistake. They all just ran in. Guys, when I smack you, you don't run in through the gates. You run away. Let's try this again. It looks like a couple of the blue ones are already out. Let's do that. Okay, you know what? Oh, what? I saw a bunch of these guys fly away. You know what? All right, that's good enough right there. We can take these 3 blue chickens and bring them over to this side. We gained another white chicken. Get out of here. Open up the gates, and we are in. Okay, perfect. You know what, dude? Come on in. You know what? This is what's going to happen. Anybody who's not blue... And finally, now we can make one more baby chicken. Perfect. It's almost like nothing ever happened. We kind of need to do the same thing over here. Oh, well, we got a bunch of baby chickens now. If you are a blue chicken, you're gonna have to get out of here. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. And sorry, dude. Oh, wait. This guy's hiding in the corner. Sorry, dude. I think that should do on the corners of each and every build. We have a bunch of the blue chickens, and we have a bunch of the yellow chickens. So there are 4 open pathways that lead to and from this barn area. There's one right here or right here that I'm going to take all the way back to our home. Don't mind this area right here. We're going to clear that up. But the pathway leading all the way back home, straight to the farm, I mean, it could be either one of these. This back pathway is probably going to wrap all the way around what will be this farming village, and we do have one more pathway right here that we could wrap around here, and then it could fork off and go all the way down to the other village that's in the mountains over here. We have a lot of options, and that's for sure. Whoa, this fountain, as I'm looking at it from a distance, this thing is a statement. This whole place is so vibrant right now. I mean, look at all the foliage. Everything is just looking so cool. And it looks like we did it. Oh, we're on 4,998 days. That is wild. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Oh no, some of the fish are already gone. See though, this is what happens. We have one tropical fish. There's another one right here. Why does this happen? There's another one right here. Oh, there's 2 left, I think. Okay, maybe this pond is just fishless. I'm not really the best at taking care of fish. This might be the coziest build that I have ever made. I love the placement of the firefly bushes in between the wildflowers and the pink petals. Man, I just can't get over this. All of the new animals and all of the new flowers. This is crazy. I'm sure you guys are pumped too, and they've already announced more updates that are coming. This is wild. We are just getting spoiled. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the support. You guys rock. And remember, I am doing a world download for the 5,000 day milestone. If you are a Twitch subscriber, YouTube member, or a Patreon supporter, any one of those 3, that will get you access to the world downloads. It also gives you access to the WaxSMP, the community sub server. Feel free to join anytime. The access link through that, the whitelist link, actually is through the Discord. It is discord.gg/WaxFraud, but all the links are down below if you want to click the links for any of the socials. Again, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support. The world download for the 5,000 day video just came out right now. Why? Dude, stop hurting yourself on the dripstone. But again, huge alert. The world download just came out right now for the 5,000 day video. Tell your family, tell your friends. That's going to do it for today, guys. Appreciate you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Do something nice for somebody, and I'll see you on the next episode.